Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick mic check and hope my mic doesn't do that weird shit again. Okay, it is. 1 second. Okay, hopefully that fixed it. Let me listen to it again. Okay, we good. Sorry about that. I don't know what the hell is going on with my microphone. It does that sometimes. But yeah, so we're gonna be playing. I don't think I've ever played a strategy game on this channel, so this should be interesting. Hopefully, this won't be a complete snooze fest. Yeah, let's just get into it. Oh wait, let me do a thing. Welcome to the Alright, I gotta do that in the welcome to the cum zone. Wait, I gotta say that without laughing on it. Let me try again. Welcome to the cum zone. There we go. I wish I had to figure out. I don't know if there's a way I can get like reverb like as like a toggle thing on here because that would be funny. But all right, let me make sure we. And let me make sure to mute my cell phone so it doesn't go off every 5 seconds because people be posting stuff on Discord or I just get YouTube alerts on my phone. Yeah, let's go. Actually, nah, it's fine. It's fine. Let me stream. Oh wait, let me drag this. Not that. Let me drag. Hold on a second. Pull this over here. Okay. Right about there. And yeah, let's get Xcom up. I have no idea what these policies are, but I'm just gonna click disagree to all because oh shit. Oh, what the? Yo, what the hell did you do to the display cat? Okay, bring that. Hold on, what resolution is this render? I haven't installed. I just installed this morning. What? Oh, that's why it looks so weird. Okay, let's crank that up. And is desktop audio even? Okay, it is. Get this back up. Oh, okay, so it doesn't keep. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's gonna be kind of annoying. So if I ever like alt tab out of the game, it's going to kill the audio. That's weird. All right. How is the audio anyway? Because I didn't have a chance to test this because I was keeping my computer off because it was thunderstorming earlier. It's still supposed to thunderstorm, so I don't know. Let me close some tabs. So we're gonna do new game and I'm gonna try a different soundtrack for this one. Okay, we can go back. So we're gonna keep this on the normal difficulty and advanced options, beta strike rank PvP most units from our tactical engagements, Reaper allies, start Reaper HQ. I'm gonna check all three of these. Just I can only pick one. Time double length of mission times. Oh hell yeah! Please turn that on because I'm sick of. I hate that about this game. Time turn double length of mission timers. Precision explosives. All right, let's do that. And can I control what? Okay. Oh, we are not doing Iron Man mode. Okay. I'm turning Alien Hunters off because I hear that one is just. Wait, I thought I actually bought the DLC for this, but it's not letting me select it for some reason. Oh, that's what you have to do. Okay. We're not picking this one because I hear that the Alien Hunters thing is just annoying.
Accessing the feed now.
So the reason why the thumbnail is the way that it is because
You seeing this?
the squads are gonna be characters and stuff, and probably some of my friends on YouTube too, just for the hell of it. Hopefully they don't die too much.
Where they're leading us into a trap. A really obvious trap. We'd need an army to march in there right now.
I've got a better idea. Outrider, this is Central. Go.
Why'd the stream just flicker on me? The only thing I know about Xcom is Snitty. I mean, that's part of XCOM 2. The thing that XCOM 2 does is it's probably one of the few games where the bad ending is actually canon for the first game, because the bad ending in the first game is you fail and the aliens take over, and in this game they're like, nah, you didn't actually get the good ending where you blew up their mothership and stuff. You straight up failed, dude. Also, this game is way harder than the first one, almost to the point where I actually kind of find it exhausting sometimes.
It wasn't our fault. Please.
The snake thing is gonna come up.
No need for any of this. I will do what you ask of me. I just need additional time. Did you say something? You're one of those. You must understand. I had no.
It's a stalker.
Outrider, report.
So, you do exist. Outrider to Avenger.
It looks like her neck, it just clips through her hood into the rest of the body.
Always sure.
I'll take your word for it. Cover your tracks and get the hell out of there. They can't know we were.
Also, her gun is clipping through her bag. It's kind of funny.
Understood. Now the real war begins.
Actually, we were fighting a war with them for like, I don't know how long canonically the war from the first game was.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most
It's discount Morgan Freeman.
the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate the benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
I'm trying to think of the last series I've seen where the rebels were actually the bad guys. Like, just clear cut. Like, I've just wondered if there's ever been Just wonder if I've ever watched something where the rebels were straight up the antagonist, like at least not recently.
Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Trap gate crasher. 60 seconds.
Also, one thing I will bitch about this game, and I didn't notice this, some of the DLC you can't buy individually, so you have to buy it in a bundle with, like, the other games if you don't already have them, which is kind of bullshit. I don't know why the fuck they... Well, I know why the fuck they did it, because money. But... I like how they don't even react to him touching his ear and going, now, like that.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, gatecrasher. Your turn.
Goddamn, Paulie exclusive principle violating bitch. What is that? I don't know. Paulie exclusion principle. What? Hold on, I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up on my phone. Hold up.
The aliens have had long enough to establish their peaceful enclaves within the city centers. It's time we move in and
Okay, what the hell is going on with that mohawk? Sorry. I'm sorry. Paulie exclusion. Exclusion principle. What is that? Is that a Geneva Convention type deal? Quantum mechanics explains principle that two or more identical particles that have integer spins cannot occupy the same quantum state with the quantum. Okay, so it's, I thought it was a straight up like like war criminal thing or something.
Understood. Moving out.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent.
I forgot I had like the deal. I had to bundle this the extra customization DLC, so yeah, these soldiers are probably gonna look weird. All chick squad. Okay, that's interesting.
Position confirmed.
I don't think I've ever had the game do that.
Copy
that. Okay, you know what? Matter cannot overlap, and their gun was clipping through. Yeah. I mean, that's something that like I don't know if there's really ways to avoid that aside from. Well, I mean, aside from actually having a hole in the backpack, but that looks weird. Okay, Mope. Spikehawk missed. Okay, Cornrows, what you got? Okay.
Hostile neutralized.
Oh no, they shot the. Is she British? What flag is that? What flag is that? Hold up. Is that Scottish? I want to say, I don't know. They're working on as a pain. Yeah, oh shit, I did not want to do that.
-15. You're near the target.
I did not want to do that, but that actually works.
Target neutralized. Got it.
Mission failed successfully, I guess. One thing I know you can do, like with clothes to prevent clipping, is just to delete anything that's completely hidden by the clothes, especially if it's, you know, there's no chance that someone is actually gonna see it. Like I know a lot of character models, they'll cut like the actual torso from like the neck. Maybe like they'll keep the shoulders and then everything else down. As far as the torso goes, is not actually there.
Heading there
to prevent clipping. Like legs are the same way. Although some clothes, they're just gonna clip through stuff, like anything that has like cloth physics, like a cloak or a jacket or a cape or something, it's just gonna happen. Oh shit, I did not. I don't know why I didn't think there was more of them. Shit.
Move into designated coordinates. Overwatch.
No one can really get over there to get a shot on them before it's their turn.
Confirmed. On the move.
Shit. Do I want to risk that? 45%. Fuck it. Yeah, I figured.
Adjusting sights.
Hey, don't shoot your friend in short shorts. Even though she's probably about to take some damage. Oh, that's bad. This is probably gonna kill her. Oh, okay. Okay, that might kill her. Let's see. Okay, we got one death already. It's the first mission. First mission already dead. That didn't take too long.
It's down.
I really should have found a mod that makes your soldiers look like the Imperial Guard.
Copy. Moving on target.
Or Astra Militarum as they're called now, because that would be probably accurate for where this is going to play out. How did you miss?
Good. Gonna need a reload soon.
You're going to need a scope in a minute.
Position now.
Damn, you really don't have a shot. Can you check a grenade? Oh, okay, you can.
Frag out.
You have a team of what did you expect? Based. Based. Uh-oh.
They're flanking my position.
We're about to lose two? No, okay. No, okay. Okay, she's... Okay. Okay. You know what? Rest in peace, baby girl. Rest in peace.
Enemy destroyed.
Area is secure. We're not picking up any inbound.
Okay, can we blow this shit up now?
Scanners are clear. -15, we have a limited window to act before Advent responds. We need to get those charges planted on the double.
I mean, you guys can't really do much. Okay, you reload, because you are
Oh yeah.
almost out of ammo. I actually...
Affirmative. Covering.
I probably need to fiddle around with the string, because it's cutting off the bottom of the UI. So you guys can't see, like, their ammo count and stuff. Wait, carry unit? What the hell? No, we're not carrying a body bag. What's the point? She got the basic equipment on her.
-15, rendezvous at the extraction point. Status confirmed. Squad is clear. Detonating.
We just teleported off screen. We just teleported off screen. That wasn't too bad. Would have liked to have gotten through one mission without somebody dying, but...
Loyal citizens today for standing up to those who would abandon our values for those of the old world. The remarks followed a moment of silence.
Oh yeah, and you can make propaganda in the DLC, so you can have your soldiers take a selfie, which is just dumb. Like, it's dumbness, it's just fun but dumb. Let's say, okay. Okay,
Serving as our demolitions experts, the Grenadiers provide heavy ordnance.
of course the Scottish is the Grenadier. Of course the Scot is the Grenadier. That's perfect. That is perfect. Too bad she's, like, gonna need, like, 14 days. That's not good.
Just like it sounds, our sharpshooters engage enemy targets with pinpoint accuracy from extreme range. They're also trained.
I like that revolver, though, I ain't gonna lie.
The occasional close encounter.
Yeah, you just had the first big out about a month and you're streaming today. Today's a fun day. Yeah, this is gonna either be fun or just... This is probably gonna be hilarious. Salem, what you drinking? I'm having a beer right now. Also, Salem, heads up, I'm probably gonna end up making a character for everybody on this thing, and hopefully y'all don't die. If not, we'll just retcon it into cloning.
To the research labs.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology. Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Well,
Oh, that's right. I forgot you don't see that in the tutorial. Bit of tequila next to whiskey. Probably my favorite.
found something while removing you from the
I actually haven't had. Well, no, that's not true. That's true. I haven't had just straight tequila in a while.
directly in your occipital
I used to drink that shit a lot because I had friends that would drink that a lot.
I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval,
Trying to think of my favorite liquor is at this point.
I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive.
Maybe bourbon. Maybe I don't know. It's a kind of a tie between. Because mead isn't considered liquor, is it? I don't think it is.
Improve the speed of all our research.
I don't know. I guess it's a tie between sake, bourbon, and rum, like a three-way tie. Oh, we have 0 scientists in the science department. That's not good. Yeah, let's get that first.
Find that area of research to be among the more intriguing options available. We'll begin work immediately.
All right, let's talk to what's her name?
Reworked your repulsors with some
Just like in real life, yeah, we have 0 scientists.
fix that stabilization problem you had.
R&D is it's a name, I guess. Dude, but better than tequila. I cooked Mexican just now, and I infused everything with the tequila. I'll tell you, it's a good idea to buy it. I would it with cheap seasonings.
At your service.
Yeah, tequila. Cooked with stuff. I think I was somewhere, and they were making like tacos, and
He's gone.
they cooked the taco meat in the tequila along with a bunch of other shit, and put lime and stuff on it. It was the bomb.
This entire ship is his life's work.
It was the bomb. I wish I remember. I wish
Show you around the place himself.
I remember what it was called. I gotta go back there at some
He
point.
used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he's
That place was neat though, because they actually would like make the guacamole right in front of you, like table side, so you know it wasn't like that shit that comes out of a tube that a lot of places have, like Subway and stuff.
Well, you'd be
And they were like, "Oh no, we will take the avocado, we will pop out the big ass seed, and we will crunch that shit up in a bowl in front of you, and season it and everything. Throw the salsa in it. It was like, I appreciate this. We have 0 engineers too. That's a
You'd
good
be surprised how
start.
big
What
of a
can we even
difference some of
build?
these things can make in combat, Commander. With a few supplies,
Wait, what?
we can manufacture anything we need in no time.
I thought I turned these off. Are these the... Wait a minute. Are these the... Let's out cook a burger, Marion Jameson orange whiskey. Trust me, I might have to try that. Because I haven't had a burger. What the hell? Did I not turn off... I hope I turned off the Alien Hunter DLC, because I hear that is pretty bullshit.
Saved a lot of time repairing the ship's systems if we had any idea how to translate their language. Unfortunately, we don't come across many linguists out here. Hey, Commander.
Yeah, we don't... we can't really do much, can we? Especially when close range game. While the side of the inferior aim to maintain is at least upgrades. Oh, we actually have different weapons? I'm sorry, this is DLC shit. How many soldiers do we have? Let me see, because we're gonna... that fro, bro. That fro. he looked mad too. Okay, who else we got? Okay, like that. Nice.
The resistance has already seen a boost in their recruitment efforts after word of the commander's arrival.
Okay, we got Denzel Washington. I might. Oh wait, no, he's British, so I guess John Boyega. I guess. I don't know. Don't have a joke for you. Fro again. Don't have a joke for that. Okay. Guile's daughter. We got Guile's daughter over here. Please tell us, do you have... Okay, this soldier lives. Her nickname is going to be Sonic Boom. Okay, we got Scott, who's down. Discord, can you VC me? I'm watching the interdimensional space. You fuck off. Wait, who is... Wait, do you want... I could VC you if you want. I mean, I can pull you in here. We're gonna have to do some customization later, but I'm actually gonna wait until everybody has a class before I start customizing them, because that's... Okay, I don't know why I even clicked on that. Should time to style her hair like that, yeah. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. That's hilarious. Okay, Salem, let me scroll through. Where are you in DMs? It's been a while since I DM'd you. Let me just search. It would help if I could fucking type, wouldn't it? Did someone else mention VC or something? I'm just wondering, one of the servers. Okay, they didn't. Discord on Twitter. Yeah, I sent you through Discord. I really hope I didn't turn on the Alien Hunter DLC for this, because I don't want to deal with that.
Commander, good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to the bridge, the nerve center of our operation. The aliens have our entire world in their grip. Advent controls everything. Government, communications, industry. Not...
Alright, let me call you. I keep forgetting the game doesn't... Wait, what? Oh, there you go. I was confused. There you go.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going alright. I decided to stream this for some reason. I don't...
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, I might do this like as an off and on thing, because I know this game takes forever to beat unless you have like a crazy strat for it, which I don't.
Yeah, dude, I'll be totally honest. I pulled up YouTube. I didn't even see what game you were playing. I just saw it was science fiction. I was like, yeah, I'll pop in.
Yeah. I mean, Xcom's fun. I kind of prefer the previous game to this one because of some gameplay changes they did.
Oh, okay. Here, do you want to share me your screen on Discord, or should I pull up my laptop?
I guess I could share the screen here. Hopefully that won't affect the stream too much.
If it does, don't worry. I can pull up on my laptop so I can put it on mute.
All right. Oh wait, do you? Oh shit! It kicked me out of the game.
Oh shit!
Wait.
Bad, man.
Oh no. Okay. It just alt-tabbed me out of the game for some reason.
Okay, here I'm gonna click. I'll see if it pulls it up.
That was weird. Can you guys? Let me see the stream. Okay. Yeah, you can see it. Okay.
Okay,
that was
I
weird.
Can see it. Now I can see it, but I can't hear it. But that's totally fine because I'm going to talk to you anyways.
Okay. All right. Because otherwise you'd get the audio picked up from the. Actually, no, you wouldn't get the audio picked up from me talking through the stream because it's just sharing the gameplay.
Yeah, it's still not sharing it from the gameplay, but that's totally fine. We can.
Oh, RNG.
All I see is a bald black. All I see is a bald black man. But so you'll have to fill in the context. But since I don't get to hear anything, you can make whatever context you want, and I'm gonna believe it.
Damn, I was trying to think of something funny. He's just the science guy. So you go to him if you want to.
Really? I thought this was the fly guy from TMNT for a minute.
Wait, which TMNT?
What was it? What was his name? Stockholm? Is that it?
Oh, Stockman. Yeah, he's back. He's pretty much back to Stockman if he wasn't evil.
I have to admit, there is something exciting about working under the
That's basically, yeah, that's pretty accurate. He's Baxter if he wasn't evil and didn't constantly get his body torn apart by Shredder every time he fucked up.
Oh God. That's kind of funny though. Is Stockman is always shining with Shredder, and he never really gets justice from the Turtles when you think about it. Like when you think about the amount of times he's been beaten by Shredder.
Yeah, he gets it way worse from Shredder than he does from the Turtles, honestly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like every time he fails and Shredder pulls him away into the usual room, he comes back missing a limb.
You see, this is how you know it's fiction. There was something important going on in northwestern Canada.
Yeah. I mean, we all know Canada is not a real place.
I don't know, man. I live pretty close to the border. It's certainly real. It's just, unfortunately, every time that it affects me personally, I'm like rolling my eyes, going, "Oh God, here we go again."
It's just a hologram, dude. Trust me. It's like the moon. It's a hologram.
Yeah. Thing is,
Weirdos on YouTube said so.
though my U.S. citizenship is United States, where I live, I'm pretty much culturally Canadian. Yeah. I even say a lot. It comes out. I don't have any control about it.
How do you say sorry?
Sorry.
Okay, you say it American. Okay. You don't say sorry.
Sometimes sorry does come out, but it's not as much as the regular version.
Okay. I can't imagine an actual military person be wearing like actual like lenses in a firefight. I think that would be kind of a problem.
No, probably not. I mean, like you talk to any veteran of any force, and they're all going to tell you the Hollywood and video game version of it is BS.
Yeah. Okay, I guess. Wait, is he the only dude we have? Oh no, he's not. I was about to say, it's the only. I was about to say, this starting pool is very interesting.
Whoa, Edgy! Don't be sexist here.
I mean, you know, we got the squad split in half. You got two. You got half women, half men. That's a 50-50 split.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Now only half the team is going to get dragged back.
Yeah. Only half of them won't die, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm being all serious.
Like, statistically speaking, you're not actually wrong. That's the scary part.
And the muscle of women, it's like, you know, in all seriousness, like, I think that, you know, in real life, and I'm going to be brief on this because I don't want to get too in-depth with this on your channel, but it's like, if we do all female regiments, or, like, you know, squads or whatever, that'd be ideal, because then if somebody gets hurt, then you can rely on the fact that they'll be able to drag you back.
Yeah.
But it's like, ladies, I'm sorry.
Because I saw a thing about that. They couldn't do like what's called like the firemen's.
50 to 180 pound woman is not dragging back a 200 pound muscle man, you know?
Nah, that's not happening. Not by her. Maybe two of them could drag them back, but one, no.
Yeah. That's why, and like I said, this is as political as we get on your channel, but it's like, you know, that's why if we're going to have women in the armed forces, we really should just keep it, hey, women divisions. And the whole reason should be, well, hey, you got to drag back your fallen comrades.
Yeah.
You better make sure you can drag them back.
Oh, Slim wants to join. Can I pull him into a call that's already existing? Can I?
I'm not sure, but if you want to make a DM that's shared with both of us.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah, then invite me. I'll pop in. Then Slim pop in too.
Yeah, let me get you and. Okay, Slim and Sail. Why are you not coming in up in here now? What the? Oh, is it because you're already in here? Let me see. Create group DM.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You know, there might actually also be one created. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I don't know, because you're not in the. I don't think you're in the group with us with Halo. Can I?
Do whatever, dude. I'll join in. But once you figure this out, I got to tell you about the cooking I did tonight, because holy shit, was it pretty good.
Alright, let me figure out why I can't. Let me figure this out real quick before we do the next thing. Okay, Slim. Can add up to 9 more friends. Okay, but why can't I add... Oh, it might be because I'm sharing my screen. I'm gonna try turning that off and see what happens.
Okay, no problem.
Let me see if maybe it won't let me... Because I would think you could pull him in here, but... Oh, I can't add friends to DM. You need to be friends with, say, let's start a group DM. I thought we were friends.
Oh my god, am I not your friend?
Alright, I'm sending you friend requests, because that's weird. I thought we were. We're not actually friends? Top right has add member, too.
For some reason, I don't know why, but immediately the first thing that popped in my mind was the SpongeBob song, "This kitchen is not the same without you."
I was thinking of the episode of South Park where Stan gets stuck to the Facebook and Randy's like, so we're not friends. Just so we're clear, we're not friends, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, we got the Ayla Mouse. Ayla Mouse confirmed. There's actually a mod for this game that changes all of the names for stuff, and it's hilarious because the I forgot what they call the sectoids, which is what those things are called, but like every time it counts, like when you kill an enemy, it says Ayla Mouse killed at the end of the mission. And I had to turn it off. I was like, I can't take the game serious with this in here.
Yeah, and by the way, I accept your friend request.
Okay. Oh, now it's letting me add him. Okay, Slim, get in here. Yep, let's do this.
Oh my god, I'm just thinking this kitchen's not...
Okay, there we go. Alright, you guys should be in here.
Now Slim is in here.
Now it's a party, and Slim, I already said to Salem about this, but I'm gonna, since you can customize soldiers, when I get soldiers that are, you know, accurate, I'm gonna start making everybody characters in this, and hopefully you guys don't die. Hopefully.
If I die, do I get to sue you as putting me in harm's way?
No, because you signed a waiver by being in this. You signed a terms of service by being in a call with me on stream that you are fine.
To quote that one Futurama song.
That's affirmative.
You signed over your rights when you were hired.
Pretty much. Also, we got cloning vats. Y'all good? We'll just make clones of you.
Share me your screen in the call.
Oh shit! Yeah, let me do that.
Can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, let me do that. Do you guys want audio fed or no? It's not gonna pick up. It's not gonna get me talking, but it just had the game audio.
If you want, but I mean, image alone, I should be able to pick up on what's going on, and if something audible needs to be understood, just mention it.
Okay, it's probably gonna do the. Yeah, it did the thing again. I don't know why it takes me out of the game for a second to do that.
Noob next door, that this is our good friend Salem LeBlanc. He's been our friend for a very long time. I think he's been at least one of them. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you were on the Doom stream with me for a little bit, and I don't know if we've been on another one. This might be the second time you've been on stream. Okay, we're gonna toss a grenade in here.
Get ready for a surprise.
Yeah, I'm typically not in your audios and such, but it's not because I'm trying to avoid it. It's just you know, it's just can I find you on a time of your stream where I can get in or not?
Yeah, I know you have like a interesting schedule. Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean I work.
Oh, he actually hit it through the wall. Oh shit. Okay.
So it's like everything that I do is just kind of like in the heat of the moment kind of thing.
Try and extract the general from the AO. Don't let him get on board that ship.
But then today I tried to stream Bloodborne earlier on, but it was only a 20-minute stream though, because for some reason, now thankfully it doesn't seem to be a PS4 problem, but I was only getting bits and pieces of my audio from the game kind of coming out of my television. It doesn't seem to be a TV issue either, so it's either my laptop or it's my Elgato. So I need to figure out what the issue is before I can, you know, feel comfortable with streaming in full again.
That's
but
weird.
It's a little weird because I listened back in my stream, and it's like I was getting all the audio from Bloodborne out of my stream, but when I was listening to it come out of my television, it kept like chopping up. So, unfortunately, whatever the issue is, it's unfortunately probably going to be an expensive fix, whether it's I fix my laptop or, you know, I buy a replacement HDMI cable. Either way, no, neither of those things are, you know, $5 at the bargain bin.
Nah.
On my way.
I mean, HDMI cables aren't that bad last time I checked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll end up.
No.
I get like I think like at best like $30, but like fixing your laptop is gonna cost you pretty much.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a bit more expensive.
But even at that, it's like if it is my laptop, it would only be like the audio jack with it. So it's like it shouldn't be too bad. But either way, it's like, you know, it's still. I mean, even $10 is still $10. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't sound like a bunch, but it's like when you're buying your own food and stuff, it's like, oh, that could have been, you know, a full case of ground beef, you know?
Yeah, true.
But speaking of food, oh god, I gotta share with you what I just made tonight for dinner. Doesn't sound special, but I infused every little thing that I made that went into my burrito with tequila. And you know, the tequila flavor was very present, but what was really nice is everything had a nice bite to it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and the nice thing with like whiskey is like it did enhance the spices, but the thing with tequila, like that the whiskey doesn't do when you do the cooking, is that, like I said, the tequila has that bite to it. So
okay, I just want to highlight the guy that I jokingly called John Boyega because he's black and British, got 2 kills already. Holy shit! Boyega's not fucking around.
That's almost more than he got in the entire Disney Star Wars franchise.
I know, he's doing more, and he's not screaming Ray the whole time either. The Finn we deserve, yeah. You know what? That guy is Finn. I don't care. Just because it's too golden. Uh-oh, I might have fucked up.
And I actually added a little bit of tequila to it. I was just being a dickhead, but it actually ended up tasting really good.
Oh, tequila and guacamole? I've never tried that actually.
Adding tequila to what?
Enemy destroyed. Tequila to guacamole. It's like a little splash of it. It's actually pretty good.
I've actually never tried that.
That's pretty good. Like I did it just like, oh, what we put up with tequila. Okay.
I remember one time
I also do have to say, I know I sent it in as a message in your chat, Edgy, but I also got to mention, just, you know, yeah, you want a really good burger, mix the ground beef or your ground turkey in with Jameson orange, and not a lot, but just enough to get the flavor out of it. And I'm telling you what, dude, that is a great burger right there.
Jameson orange, I'll have to try that.
I've known you. You're probably my oldest friend I have on the internet right now.
Taken care of.
You'll figure it and then put whiskey in. Like you'll.
Here, 1 second.
You'll eat us.
1 second. Oh.
Good copy. Moving on target.
1 second, Slim.
Moving to Overwatch.
Here, 1 second.
Uh-oh, this might be bad. You really... Oh, please don't mind control. Don't mind control. Don't... No, please don't mind control. Oh, he mind controlled Boyega.
Okay, unfortunately, Slim. Okay, so you're gonna have to speak a little louder.
Hang on. You will praise the Star Wars sequel.
You will praise the Disney Star Wars. You will simp Ray.
Wait.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I turned off the stream for a second so I can hear Slim, because for some reason the audio of the game kicked in out of nowhere, and then I couldn't hear anything anybody was saying.
Oh.
So Slim, what were you saying?
I was saying you're probably my oldest friend, and you'll find an excuse. Kill confirmed.
Menace 1 kill confirmed.
I think she did. I think she shot him in the dick.
Not everything, because the thing is, I usually cook, because actually today...
Oh, fuck, he was still in Overwatch? Okay, he missed.
Today I finally broke my month-long streak of no alcohol at all. And the thing is, though, is even during that time, I was still cooking with a lot of beers and whiskeys and stuff. The thing is, alcohol is a great fucking component to add into your cooking.
Oh yeah.
It really is.
One time well, not jokingly, I was curious to see what happened. I added, I marinated some shrimp in Jägermeister and I left them in there like all night. The next day went in and cooked them with pasta. It was a bomb. It was actually really good.
Yeah. No, before this...
Smelled good, too.
I slow cooked a Cornish hen in Angry Orchard for over 12 hours.
Oh, damn.
Dude, it was good.
Peacekeeping forces assure us it will soon be brought to justice.
Okay, I feel like this operation name was way more badass than the actual mission we just did. Operation Dragon Shriek. All we did was kill some random commander dude in a sewer.
Dude, Dragon Streak sounds like it should be the name of a cocktail.
It really does.
If every mission goes this smooth, it's only a matter of time before we regain control of the planet.
Oh god, if it's a swamp drink, then
Oh, okay, Boyega's a Jedi now.
It's gotta have mint in it. It's gotta have...
He's a Jedi now.
Let's see, if it's a swamp drink, it's gotta have mint in it. It's gotta have carbonated water, and then it's gotta have pretty much it's gotta be a mint julep type of drink.
Okay, we gotta rename this guy to Boyega since he actually got into a class. Now I can name him.
No. If he became a Jedi, then he can't be John Boyega.
Aw, man.
No. If he's an almost Jedi, he get.
I mean, Boyega does.
Like the way that whole thing played out was that you know the commercial with the fisherman and what was it, Geico or State Farmers? It's that fisherman guy who's like, oh, you almost had it.
Almost got it.
That's Disney with John Boyega.
Honestly, like Boyega does sound kind of Star Warsy.
It kind of does.
I mean, you do have to add like a.
Hey, it's Agent 47. He's giving me orders.
A single syllable Western sounding name before you say Boyega.
I got it. I got it. Call him Boyega John.
Boyega John.
No. Go John Boyega. Like Ben Kenobi. John Boyega.
Yeah.
I do love a Star Wars like Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, Darth Vader,
Ben.
Luke, Ben. Oh,
just Ben.
Can you guys imagine this? John Boyega. John Boyega. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. And Luke goes, because it was hardly said.
Yeah.
No, you idiot! No, you idiot! Because we live in China.
Oh. I remember I was watching this video.
John Boyega was shunned by the dark side of the mouse.
There was a comment I wish I had screenshot. It was hilarious. It was basically people were doing the speech when Anakin was telling Mace Windu that Chancellor Palpatine the Sith Lord because I think Finn might be a simp lord, and then Mace Windu goes, a simp lord? Yes. He's been trained in the ways of the simp. He's been trained in the ways of simping Rey or something like that.
Oh my god.
Considering how Anakin turned out, that's not actually correct.
It's not.
Excellent work, Commander.
Okay, we have an engineer now, so we actually have an engineering department.
Commander, having these two soldiers.
Okay, so we have two soldiers that are bonding. Okay, cool.
Well enough at this point that we can have them trained as a pair.
The simp lord.
I actually have an idea for some upcoming streams.
Commander, the media is a powerful propaganda machine.
Look at this poster.
Oh my god.
That is so cursed.
Yeah, I have an idea for like Halloween. I want Salem to be on it. It's basically ranking every fictional vampire from worst to best.
Oh, that's gonna be nuts.
Ooh. Dude, the problem with that is I might have not seen all of them.
I like how they actually have one called meme as this thing. You know what? We're gonna go with that one. Screw it.
Okay, wait a minute, Edgy. If you put me into this game, make sure you put it with the most vampiric or alcoholic character imaginable.
I can try. The customization is a little bit limited on skin color. Unless you have a mod for it, which I don't.
You can go peach colored, you can go brown colored, or you can go Snow White colored. I mean.
Okay, we gotta rename this character now.
So I look pretty brown, but you know sometimes I look white. But you know my avatar is pale white, so it's like you know any of those colors work.
That is how you spell Boyega, right?
Power back online was a miracle.
Just go with it.
I'm just gonna go with it.
Boy and EGA, isn't that right?
Still be half buried in the sand.
I think that's right. I'm assuming that's right. I like how okay. Oh, his voice actually UK English. I guess is fine. All right.
Yeah, like I said, like, ranking would be like from every fictional vampire.
No argument here.
I mean, like from
That would be a long ass stream.
I mean, not really, but I'm just saying like every fictional vampire from like fucking like Hotel Transylvania to Billy and Mandy to like fucking
Okay, I'm changing this character to
Please tell me you're adding anime vampires in there because those are my favorites from animes.
Okay, I like how I turned this character into a dude and he gets the guile hair and a handlebar mustache.
What's the game made?
Like 20. Hold on, what was this game made?
I said where was this game made?
I think it was US. I think. I want to say this game is made in the US. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Salem, this is gonna be you, I guess. I'm gonna change his appearance.
I keep pulling it up just so I can. Here, let me see here.
I'm gonna change his appearance though, because that hair is just. I don't think you want that hair.
You want some insight as to who I really look like? Everybody at work has said that I look like this. So, and that's 8+ guys. So I'll say this is pretty accurate.
What, that hair is accurate?
Everybody says that I look like Inigo Montoya from The Princess Bride.
Inigo, but I gotta get a picture of him up because Inigo Montoya. Let's see how close.
So you remember the guy who says you killed my father, prepared to die?
Yeah, I know who he is. I just needed like a reference image so I could figure out what like.
Yeah, because I finally grew a mustache and I kept it with my beard, and I keep losing weight and I keep gaining muscle. So everybody's like, you know, dude, you're starting to look pretty awesome. And I'm like, I look in the mirror, and finally, just the other week, I was like, holy shit, I do look awesome.
Okay, I think I can actually make him look like Inigo Montoya. I think I can actually get him pretty close. Because I had the long curly hair.
Dude, what is he doing with the pouty lip? What the hell?
I don't know. I don't know what's on with his face either.
Yeah, that's some teenager on Instagram, dude. Calm down.
Somebody pissed in his Cheerios. Give him a break.
He's got PTSD, guys. Leave him alone.
No. The thing is, everybody keeps saying, like, you know.
Yeah, their faces look awful.
Everybody keeps saying, like, you know, well, who pissed in your Cheerios? It's like, okay, put yourself in this person's shoes. If somebody came up to your bowl of Cheerios and just pissed in it, wouldn't you not have a good face?
I know, I'd be fucking pissed.
I think I'd just kind of stare at you with, like, confusion for, like, a good minute, and then I think the rage would come out.
Here's the thing, I would say, like,
Okay, let me see. How close can I get to vampire with skin color here? I think that's the closest it will let me get.
Guys, quick question. Should I put half vampires on the tier list?
I would say yes, because then you can put Blade on there.
Yeah, you can put Blade, you can...
Okay, Salem, what do you want for eye color? Because I can give you, like, yellow, blue, purple.
Okay, with my real eye color is hazel, but if you want to go with the vampire theme, then just go red.
Okay, we got red. Okay, that works. I can't give you a nickname yet for some reason because you have to be like a certain rank for that. But your nickname would just be vampire.
Okay. Oh, can you put in the chin? Can you put in the chin strap with that mustache though?
I don't know if I can. Let me see. Can I?
I'm just curious because I got the swashbuckler combo. Like another guy said, I look like Jack Sparrow. So.
Let me see. Do they have like a mustache and a?
It's not a big issue if you can't. That's fine.
I mean, the closest you could get like the 5 o'clock shadow. That's you can go with that one. That's a little extreme.
No, I don't have anything on my cheeks, man. Now the thing is, I shaved my cheeks because every bit of my hair comes in different. So the hair on top of my head is dark brown. My mustache is a mix of red and brown, and then my chin is completely red.
That's weird.
Oh, dude, I've actually met a lot of people who have the same issue, but I forgot to mention. So the reason I shaved my cheeks is because my cheeks come in completely platinum blonde.
What the hell?
Yeah.
You're a genetic anomaly.
That's so wild.
No, but that's the thing is, I've actually learned that from a lot of people. That it's like it's not common, but it's a lot more present than I thought it would be. Like there's a lot of people that's like I've run into that's like, you know, oh yeah, dude, I've got 2 different hair colors. And it's like
I know some people who do, but like 3.
Yeah.
I mean, you got brown hair, blonde cheeks, and
red beard. That's kind of okay.
Yeah, well, my mustache is a combo of the red and brown.
Red beard gives you wings.
Yeah. Okay, this character's getting retconned.
Here's the thing I find pretty cool. Still putting Morbius on this list.
Oh no, he's Morbin. Oh no, he's Morbin.
Stream.
The Morb stream.
Of course, he's gonna be the best. He's gonna be the best.
No,
okay.
I gotta. Here's the problem. I gotta confess. When the first trailer came out, I was really excited because I like Morbius. I like vampires.
Oh, I was just.
I really wanted to see it.
I saw the trailer and I was done.
Everybody was saying, "Oh, it's gonna be dumb." And I said, "No, give it a chance. Give it a chance." Because Sony is a hit or miss. Maybe this is a hit. And then the review came,
bro.
And when it was everybody.
No, I'm trying to. Oh my God, no pick. No, hell no, no pick. What is Avatar? Oh, what the? Oh shit.
When everybody left, right, and center said Morbius sucked, my heart just sank because I was like, oh, I really wanted this to be good. So I've watched parts of it, but I haven't watched the whole thing. But I don't know. Part of me still wants to see it in its entirety because it's like, okay, so maybe it's bad. But maybe it's bad in a good way.
Let me go to.
Here's the thing I heard from most people that I found kind of weird is not exactly bad. It's just that it's so fucking mid, not in a fun.
Yeah, it's not even. I've seen it. It's not like bad, but it's not good. It's just kind of, it's kind of boring.
Which is kind of weird considering it's a monster movie, you know.
The only good thing I'll say about it is the guy, the Doctor Who dude. I don't remember his name. He's hamming that shit up, but it's hilarious.
Or is he the villain?
He's the villain. Like, there's a whole dance thing that he does that I'm pretty sure was trying to...
That's the thing I kept hearing from people, is that the villain was at least, like, good in a bad way.
Yeah, he is.
I heard that, well, this isn't saying much, but that it is unironically probably, like, Jared Leto's best role in a movie. Like, it's unironically his best role.
I think his smaller role in what's that movie? Blade Runner is better, mostly because he's barely in it, but also because he kind of actually does something. How do I change skin color again?
I mean I suppose that's the problem, because I've actually heard people say that Jared Leto can be a good actor, but the problem with him being a good actor is the fact that it comes with the asterisk, and the asterisk is that you have to have the director keep a chain on him.
Yeah, because if he does that fucking method actor shit.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that he doesn't like to be controlled.
Yeah.
So it's like, if your director can't keep a chain on him, then he's not a good actor.
Yeah, I haven't really seen him in a lot. It's sad that his most memorable is Joker. Like, that's probably the role that's gonna go down in like,
unfortunately, because holy shit is oh, his skin color. Wait, I can't make this character darker than this. The hell?
What the hell? This
Oh, hold on. I forgot. There's a race setting too. Okay, I'm gonna have to change that face. That face is hideous. That face is hideous.
Its face literally became 2 inches longer. What the fuck?
I know.
I'm not trying to be a dick here, but how come when you go through the race selection, it gives like the most stereotypical representations of these races
I know.
possible?
What is this guy's nose? Like, holy shit, man.
Like I'm expecting.
Like, is there anybody with like a thin-ish nose in here? Because that's ridiculous.
I'm expecting Coltrane from Gears of War to come in and go, no.
Yeah, I know. Coltrane needs to be up in here. Okay, that's. My face is not that long, but we'll just roll with it. The actual face is not that long. We'll roll with it.
Like, yeah, Jared Leto is one of those actors who. I'm just gonna be real. Like, he just.
Wait, I can make him.
Not,
Oh no, that's just too dark. That is way too dark. Right there's probably good.
You are not after. You are not after.
Because I ain't that damn dark.
Okay.
The thing about Jared Leto, when it comes to movie roles, I remember I remember seeing him in Fight. Wasn't he in Fight Club too?
Was he in Fight Club?
He was in Fight Club.
I don't know if he was or not.
Because people forget this. People forget this. People think he's like 30 or something. No, Jared Leto is 50 years old.
Wait,
he
what?
Is 50 years old.
He's 50?
I'm dead serious. You can look it up. He is 50 years old.
Oh, holy shit! I thought he was.
It must be the powers of a sex cult. There's no other way that he looks that good.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I thought he was. I thought he was like 30s or 40s maybe, but 50. Damn.
Continue, you guys do know that he is the leader of a sex cult, right?
Yeah, I know.
I knew about that. It's just, dude, that's fucking weird. Don't you dare make me.
Okay, so before we continue, I just gotta say I am gonna take one more shot of tequila. So can you guys give me a countdown from 5?
All right, you want us to start right now?
Fuck.
Yeah,
that,
go ahead and
nigga,
start
just
right now.
dunk it.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got a man with aliens? Yeah.
Delicious.
We're gonna shoot him at the very least.
You didn't make me yet.
We have a lead on the alien.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting to get more soldiers.
Unironically though, that tequila is not bad. Which weird though is that it believe it or not, the stuff that I'm drinking is the Margaritaville brand tequila.
I don't think I've ever had that one.
And it's not bad at all. I recommend it actually.
I actually used to have Patron and Jose Cuervo because I actually knew somebody who was Mexican who was like, "That's the shit you drink."
I'm gonna be real. Like, I just get cheap
New orders, Commander.
Like, he would get cheap shit for everything else, but if it came to tequila, he's like, "No, we are drinking good shit."
Well, Slim, if you like.
Hey, Slim, do you want to be a sniper?
This Margaritaville tequila, it's only $12.
Do you want to be a sniper?
Yeah.
All right.
I prefer sniping. If my playing
But in Halo, you just kind of bum rush in there, so I could just make you part of the class that just bum rushes in there.
Slim, he's white.
Well, that's definitely not Slim as a chick. But.
Fuck, dude, you made him fucking oh god, what's the guy's name? Oh god, let me think.
Let me see. Do I have another person that's a ranger?
You made him John King. What the fuck?
You know what? I'm actually gonna hold off making your character until we get like another character that's a ranger that's not her, because I want to keep. I actually like the way she looks. I'm gonna keep her around.
No. What you meant to say is you're gonna hold off because you need to make a Sean King character first.
Sean King. Yep.
It is just as I had hoped, Commander.
I'm gonna make a Talcum X. Who started that name? Because it is fucking hilarious, Talcum X.
You know that buck breaking movie he made?
Oh, that's what's his name? That's not Sean King. That's the other guy's name.
Oh yeah, that's
I want to call him Tyrone, but that's not his name. That's not his name.
And I was like,
what the fuck is that guy?
Shot. I don't know his actual name.
What the fuck is that guy's name? I know who you talking about. Hold up. I'm about to look it up my other tab.
Like, You know what I find really weird about
I
this?
probably should look this up in incognito tab, but you know what's that guy's name? Tariq Nasheed. That's who it is.
I was close.
Tariq Nasheed. That's who it is.
Here's the thing about that movie that I found weird though. Like, he made all of that up. Like that was never a thing.
Yeah, I know someone pointed out that all that was bad shit.
Yeah, like, and he literally had people do commissions of male slaves getting raped by white slave owners and giving it to him. Like, dude, this is your fetish. Just
Yeah, it's like you got a fetish, man. Like that's a little weird. That's like a. Okay, I just noticed, but why does Lieutenant Bradford have like? Does he have eyeliner on? Because it looks like he does.
Like it's not even like in Tarantino, like in Django with Tarantino, where it's like Mandingo fighting, which actually wasn't real either, as far as like historians goes, but it's still.
That actually wasn't real.
That wasn't real. That wasn't a real thing. Like black boxing was a thing, mostly like during like mostly after slavery, like, they would get black boxing and stuff like that. If you ever read like Invisible Man, he gives like you blindfold some black kids and you like have them all box together for like it's horrible, it's terrible. There was never anything like brutal Mandingo fighting where they fight to the death or whatever with their bare hands.
But it's still fucked up.
It's still fucked up, but it's like that's realistic. That is somewhat more realistic. Like having say, oh, like they raped male slaves for no reason. Apparently,
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I mean, like if they wanted to emasculate them, they could have just which they actually did. They castrated. Like,
Yeah, I know that was a thing. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess like to give him some leeway. Maybe he didn't want to actually use like female slaves, because that would be more realistic. Let's be honest. That definitely happened, but yeah, it's just fucked, man. It's just weird. The guy's a weirdo.
Alright, well I guess we gotta do this mission now instead of getting the supplies we need.
Soldiers are standing by to deploy.
What mission is it?
Linking up with these other factions that are supposed to
Allow a two-person squad to escort them to the rendezvous point.
It's very interesting. I'm talking about tequila, and you're playing most of these missions in Mexico.
I know. I don't know why it keeps pulling me to Mexico, but alright.
That doesn't mean we shouldn't be ready.
It's actually interesting. I was actually just watching a bunch of films from the Mythoverse guys. We watched Sicario 1 and 2. Then we also watched Wind River by the same guy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna switch.
Gotta recommend, if you guys want a good action thriller with some political thriller added in, you gotta check out the Sicario movies. Holy shit!
I heard the first one was good. I haven't heard too many people talk about the second one.
The second one, it's a little slower, but it's slower in terms of like setting everything up. But they're both really good. And also, I do have to say, Benicio del Toro, after seeing the two Sicario films, Benicio del Toro, he's not the main character in the first one, but he's the main character in the second one. After seeing Benicio del Toro in those films, I'm convinced we gotta get a Western that takes place in the Texan, like a Mexican border, or full on in Mexico. We gotta have Benicio star in that role.
You know, Benicio del Toro was originally supposed to be Darth Maul, right? But like, because his lines kept getting cut, he eventually just said, "Man, I'm out." And then Ray Park is like the stunt guy. He was like, "I'll do it."
Ray Park for what? Sorry.
The guy who ended up playing Darth Maul in the end, he was like the stunt man.
Okay. Forgive me. I had to exit out of your stream for a second because I couldn't hear a thing you said. Like, it's kind of weird. Like when I first joined your stream, couldn't hear anything. Now the volume is so loud out of Discord that I can't hear you two when you talk.
Yeah, the game can be kind of loud. Okay, we got the a chick from the Stalker games.
But in all seriousness, I'm sorry if I didn't know if my stuff got through or not, but yeah, I'm convinced that we need a new Western that takes place in the Mexican border or in Mexico, and we gotta have Benicio del Toro star. He his role in Sicario, and don't tell me that he fits the role of the Western protagonist.
The thing about Westerns is that for some reason, Hollywood just isn't interested. Even though they're still very the idea of
uploading the coordinates to the rendezvous point now.
You could argue
the most direct route
big
there.
Western movie
We don't know much about the skirmisher contact you'll be meeting other than his name.
From Tarantino, and that was the Hateful Eight.
Great Mox.
I'm about to say that's the last one I think I saw was Hateful Eight.
I actually have to disagree. Django fit the Western category. The Hateful Eight.
Yeah, that's like the most recent.
I'm not saying Django wasn't a Western. I'm saying like Hateful Eight's the last. We rely on stealth and long-range Western that got a lot of attention. And our marksmen are.
Yeah, I wouldn't categorize Hateful Eight as a Western personally, but it certainly fits the mold than most modern day movies. But I will say, I
think the only other Western aside from Django I've seen was like True Grit. That recently anyway. That was okay.
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges was hilarious.
I think True Grit came out in like 2010, right?
I think it did. Yeah, it was an old one.
If you do want movies that fit the Western in terms of the feeling and themes, you do have to go with, I forgot the name of the guy who writes these films, but he makes this thing called the New American Frontier Trilogy. And the 3 films in that trilogy are the first Sicario, then you've got Come Hell or High Water, and then you have Wind River. And all 3 of those films, though they're not by definition Westerns, they fit every beat and every feel of a Western. So you got Come Hell or High Water, which is it's a story of a bank robbery in, like, I can't remember if it's Kansas or Nebraska. It's one of the Great Plains states. It's a bank robbery happening in the modern day that goes wrong. Then you got Sicario, which is about the drug cartels at the border and the government's involvement in it. Then you've got Wind River. Go ahead.
These creatures' true strength lies in their numbers. As you can see, they fall easily. If we are careful with our shots, we will prevail.
Kill confirmed.
Oh, cool.
Damn it!
But then the third one is called Wind River, and it's it's a story about it's essentially the investigation, the lead up with the game warden, and he is tracking down the murderers of somebody who raped and killed a native woman on a reservation.
Oh shit!
And all 3 of those films, and as somebody who lives on a reservation, I do have to say, I live near a reservation. I have to say that shit happens a lot more often than not.
Yeah, from what I've seen from
yeah. What's scary about that shit is that the federal government does not recognize them because technically they're not United States citizens.
Yeah, because I know there's like a lot of like legal tape to get through for like the feds to actually like investigate something like that.
That is true, but the thing is, when you look into it, it's more so that the feds don't want to spend the money and resources to get involved.
That too.
I mean, not to get too political, but there you go. Then there's another example of the feds not caring about you.
Yeah.
With that one, it's like, you know, like
these creatures
because we have like reservations,
well beyond what
like they do, like
as
it's not entirely like the
perhaps
feds
the
don't
result
get
of
involved.
long-term exposure
These people
to
make
the
it
alien
really,
radiation
really,
from those pods.
people on reservations make it really
anyone would suggest
That too, like they kind of feel like that they're not wanted there either.
I do have to say, as somebody who has friends, a lot of people on reservations, I do have to say no. Quite a bit of times we're like, hey guys, come in and help us. And then go, we don't feel like it.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying like there are so many occasions where one does some, like I've seen so many occasions where people do something illegal and shit like that, and like we get police officers, like state police officers, like hey, like what's going on? Like I remember I saw this one like investigation, like it was like a child predator dude, and like they literally like his family, like the entire reservation, the chiefs and everyone over there, didn't want them investigating into their reservation. And like this, like I said, this stuff does happen. And I'm not saying like it's
Yeah, Noob, Rango came out a long time ago.
I'm saying like I actually, you know, it's gonna sound weird. I actually had the game of Rainbow.
There actually was a game for that?
Like, it was actually, like, I remember it vividly because I played it all the time. This is gonna sound so weird, but it's actually a continuation of the video game, of the movie, and it involves you fighting aliens.
What?
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Dude, I'm not exaggerating.
At the same time,
Okay, Boyega got his first kill with his discount lightsaber.
Wait a minute. At the same time, though, you are talking about a movie that had a bunch of animals on cactus water getting high and going through a western shenanigans in the middle of the desert. So
Yeah.
I mean, like,
maybe
that peyote, man.
When you think about it.
No, man, I'm saying like this, even compared to the original film, it went so balls off the walls, insane. I was like, is this for real? Like, wait, so like they find out that Bean's dad is actually still alive. So Bean wasn't crazy. Her dad is actually still alive. And they find these weird,
All we
I
can
think it was
offer them
green
now
boxes,
is
I
a
don't know what
merciful
it is,
death.
but they like find some weird green boxes. You gotta play as Rango going through like all these different different levels, fighting each different bandits to find these green rocks. And once you do, like you make like a spaceship, and
looks
then
like these
the
things don't want to make it easy
like
for you.
invade
We will
and
make
take you
it to
onto
your
their
pet
spaceship.
advent in time.
And you find Beans' dad, and he says, "I hit those things so they wouldn't be able to find us."
These creatures are worse
It is
even
so
than
freaking
Advent.
weird. Like, I am not exaggerating when I say this. That's actually the plot of the fucking game. I remember it vividly. I remember it vividly. There was like fucking zombies.
Little more than they are.
Hey, dude, I'll believe it. And actually, I'll probably YouTube it at some point now because that sounds really bizarre.
That is. That kind of reminds me of the Ghost Rider game for PS2. It's a sequel to the movie.
Oh, I remember that. I played that a lot.
It was weird because it's like it's trying to be like God of War, and like the first levels when you're in hell were really fun, but then the rest of the game kind of just didn't, just fell apart for me.
To be fair, that's
here's where I lost it for me. Remember what the last quote-unquote world was for Ghost Rider?
I'm trying to remember.
Okay, it was a fucking carnival.
Oh, you're right. It was a damn carnival.
And here's the part where it lost me. And this is me being a huge fan of Ghost Rider and being a kid at the time. It was a freaking carnival, and then when you got to like the biker parts, I remember distinctly there was parts of the world that were floating in midair. And I remember as a kid going, who in the heck is looking around in the world going, yeah, even clowns floating in air. This is normal.
I just remember,
I mean, like, it's not a bad idea to have a...
Oh no, it was actually pretty fun. Like, even though it was a God of War clone, it actually did a pretty decent job. I do remember it being weird that Blade shows up in the game.
They rip it off well, and I would say that they did rip it off well.
I mean, like Blade. I mean, that's not like. I mean, like Blade and Ghost Rider. That's not too big.
If he is not
Oh, and actually, here's the funny thing: Blade was a playable character in the Ghost Rider game.
He was, but the thing that was wild is like he shows up in the story for about 5 seconds and he's gone. Like the old man guy's like, oh yeah, this is Blade, and then he does like one thing in a cutscene and he's never mentioned again.
What was actually miraculous about that?
This is Katana. She always has my back. Her sword.
It was like that, but even worse.
No. Here's what's miraculous about that. People forget that this was before Marvel Studios was its own thing. So
yeah.
A lot of people could grab the rights for Blade. So it was actually Warner Brothers that held the rights for the cinematic version of Blade. So it was really weird to see Sony get their hands on the Blade for a video game for 5 minutes.
Granted, it wasn't Wesley Snipes' version of Blade. It was different.
Oh, but the illustration was clearly Wesley Snipes. Come on.
Yeah.
But here's the weird thing: is that this was one of the rare times we saw a couple Marvel characters cross over in a video game because the studio rights were so stingent.
Yeah.
So it's you know, it's so crazy, but like, you know, back in the day, it was really unheard of to see like a couple of your favorite Marvel heroes cross over in a game.
One thing.
There was Marvel.
Yeah, and Blade wasn't that.
Oh yeah, but the thing was, I mean, the Ultimate Alliance was a animal of its own. It wasn't like a standalone game for a certain character. But oh god, oh boy, like, yeah, I kind of wish that I don't know, Marvel Studios didn't own all the rights to its characters now, because now they're just going through the list of like, you know, well, what are we gonna fuck up now?
Like, the problem, my problem with it, it's the fact that they are being deliberately with these characters, and I get why, because like at this point, it's like Marvel's are cash cows. Like, as we were here, they don't care about their animated. Disney doesn't care about their animated movies anymore. They only care about the big. They only care about Marvel because Marvel's were the big ones. It's not animated movies. Let's be real. But yeah, it's Marvel now. That's what everyone's got their eye on. And yeah, they're being very stingy with it. They're trying to find loopholes around it, like they did with like stuff like No Way Home, where they really wanted. They knew that the only way they could get what they want is to compromise with Sony. That's the only time they're gonna compromise.
Yeah. Personally, and somebody's probably gonna get pissed off me saying this, I really don't want Disney getting a hold of Spider-Man completely.
No, dude, I completely agree. The mouse has enough cheese.
Yeah, they got enough shit already.
You can go about your day without your mozzarella cheese. I'm sorry, you got Munster, you got fucking Swiss, you got American. You're good. Keep the mozzarella cheese for Sony.
I mean, technically, American cheese isn't actual cheese.
Okay, so that's
it's pasteurized milk product.
Oh, okay. So it's Spider Pig. I got it.
Spider Pig, yeah. It's like Velveeta cheese, where it says made from cheese-based product. It's like, what the fuck actually is it though? If it's not cheese.
It's not actually cheese. Like,
that's the best surprise. You get to decide for yourself.
Yeah.
It's surprise mechanics, guys.
I might actually just not go to work tomorrow. Like, I might just call it. I don't feel like it. Like,
Bruh,
I'm really shitty day. I do not feel like going to work tomorrow.
Bro, my job has been pissing me off for the past week and a half. I'm tempted to just take some days off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call in sick tomorrow and like take the next 3 days off.
I thankfully I have a 4-day 10-hour I have a 4-day 10-hour week schedule.
I used to have that.
I get to decide which day I would like to come in on the beginning of the week.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, like this week I decided to come in on a Sunday, or Sunday night that is, and I worked in until Thursday. So now, because I'm coming in on Monday night next week, I got Thursday night. I got Thursday night. I got Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and I get Monday afternoon all off.
Oh, I forgot about the flamethrower guy. Okay, please don't light my guy on fire. Okay, you missed. I just noticed he started firing right next to a propane, like an oxygen tank. It's like that could have ended very badly. Also, I forgot the thing about snipers.
Since we're on the subject of Marvel, this is what I wanted, but we never got. There was talks for a while about this Marvel Knights thing. There was going to be like a joint thing between Sony and a couple other studios that were going to do like the more, if they weren't rated R, they would at least be more dark themed and oriented. And it was supposed to comprise of like Ghost Rider, Blade, Daredevil, Punisher, and all of like their more hardcore.
Okay, apparently Porta Potty. Oh no, that guy's flammable. I was about to say the Porta Potty exploded.
They were supposed to have their own universe, And I do have to say, I feel kind of bad that never came to fruition because I would love to have seen that.
I guess, but I'm at the point now where it's just like I just don't care what they do.
Well, here's the thing. This was back in the day. This was like during the apparently the film that was supposed to set this all off was Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, which was the.
Ooh, that might not have been the best one to set that off with.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that
I didn't completely hate that movie when I first watched it, but it's kind of this one's not.
No. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. I loved the film. I still love the film, but it's not me acknowledging that it's a good film. It's just me kind of going like, I really enjoy it for what it is. I love Nick Cage being Nick Cage. It's the guys who make Crank. They're doing Crank. It's fun, but it doesn't mean just because it's fun doesn't mean it's good.
My problem with the second Ghost Rider movie
is like it retcons the first one pretty damn hard.
I mean, I wouldn't say it retcons it too hard. It's still retcon. Don't get me wrong. My biggest problem with it is it tried its hardest not to be a superhero movie. If that makes any sense. Like it tried so hard to be like action, like a straight up action movie. Like what was wrong with the first movie? You were a superhero movie in the first movie. Now you're trying to be this super serious action movie.
I also hate how they changed the bike in that one too.
From the same guys. Well, this is from the same guys who created Crank. They wanted to do Crank, but supernatural. That's the issue.
I also hated how they changed the bike because the bike in the first one was so damn cool, and then the other one's like, okay, it's just a regular bike,
so cool.
But it's just like burnt looking.
I do like Ghost Rider's redesign in the Spirit of
Vengeance. Yeah, I do think he looked a little cooler, especially because the CGI for the first one really does not hold up at all.
Oh yeah.
Like looking back, I watched that reason, it's like, oh my god, this looks terrible.
But even more so, what I love, and here's the thing, like, go watch Spirit of Vengeance again, and look at Ghost Rider. I mean, the skull is obvious; it's burnt, which is a cool detail. But, like,
I do like that his jacket's burned too.
The leather jacket is bubbling from the heat.
Yeah, I do like that detail. I hate the way he's portrayed though, because it's like he just made him insane, but not like in a, which he wasn't in the first one at all. He never gave off the impression that this thing is insane.
Well, here's the thing is, even though they didn't pull it off, I like the idea. I like the idea that they were going for, but they just didn't pull it off correctly. But the thing is, it's like they were trying to go with the fact that it's like, okay, he's possessed, so he is battling two different personalities, which would be cool if they pulled it off better.
Also, if it was established that it worked that way in the first one, though, I guess they kind of did a little bit.
No. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with that sentiment, and it's not your fault for pointing it out. It's the fault of the filmmakers. The problem was, this was not intended to be a sequel when the film was getting made. It was intended to be a reboot.
Why would you reboot one movie in and then keep the same actor?
Yeah, that's the problem. Here's the problem. People forget this, and this is a huge issue.
Why would you do that?
No. Listen. This is the problem. When they were casting, everybody and their mother asked, why in the hell are you casting Nicolas Cage in a reboot when he was the same fucking character? And do you know what the film creators said? Do you know what they said?
What?
Because he's Nick fucking Cage.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, again, why the hell did you cast him again?
But you're talking about Sony, which is infamous for all the studio interference, right?
Yeah.
Here's the problem. If you watch the film, they don't reference the first movie at all.
They kind of vaguely do.
It's actually the marketing, because it was Sony that said, well, we're not comfortable doing a full-on reboot, so we'll reference the first film in the marketing.
And just reference it just enough so people can kind of get it.
Why would you reboot one film in though? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean the Amazing Spider-Man. Hello.
They didn't reboot. Well, they got two films in before they rebooted.
Yeah.
To be fair, they got two films.
The thing is though, is that they rebooted like Even though the Spider-Man 3 didn't do well with critics, it still made a buttload of money, and people still love Tobey Maguire. They could have done Spider-Man 4, and it still work out. But the thing is,
like Sam Raimi pretty much said he doesn't like there was too much studio interference that he said that he's not gonna be able to do what he wants, so he just said fuck it, you guys just reboot it, it's fine.
Yeah, I think Sam Raimi is basically like, yeah, I'm done.
It wasn't even like that. It said he wanted, like, for instance, like, he didn't want Venom
in Spider-Man 3.
In Spider-Man. In fact, I think his idea for the original Spider-Man 3 was.
I think it was Vulture.
Spider-Man wanted, no, it wanted to be the Lizard.
Oh yeah, I know he wanted the Lizard as part of it.
Because he set up Doc Connors in the very first movie.
He did, and even more so in the second one.
And not to mention, considering that Sam Raimi is a horror and monster fan. Seems perfect for Raimi.
Yeah. Honestly, I read somewhere that Raimi said initially that he didn't like Venom as a character, which actually kind of surprised me. He was like, I think Venom would be perfect for him if given the right, script.
Well, here's the thing: is that Raimi grew up with the Spider-Man that was in like the golden age of comics. So like the villains that he grew up with were the ones that were in his films. So
yeah.
Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and then in the third film, I mean, he had Sandman and the new Goblin in there, which is still tied to the Green Goblin. So it's like for the majority of the films, they were villains that he was familiar with. And here's the thing: is if you actually read the interviews and stuff with him, the whole reason why he said he didn't want to do Venom, it was not because he did not like the character. It was the fact that he said straight up, I don't know what this character is about. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he did later on say that it was that, after he understood like the character, he did end up liking Venom as a character. It's just, but of course the problem is trying to incorporate him into the movie was just a mess.
Like at that point, like I said, like his original plan was Doc Connors' Lizard movie. Like that was the original plan. But like they said, okay, we want these other villains in there. It's like, whoa, there's a lot of villains put in this movie.
Yeah, we got way too many. We got too many cooks in the kitchen here.
Yeah, like, and the funny part is, it's funny that at the end of the day, Raimi did. I still think, despite everything, I think that Raimi's take on Venom was still more accurate to the character than the actual Venom movie.
Yeah.
I understand, Salem. You already told me this already. Just hear me out. I do understand. Like, you don't think that the dude played Eddie Brock was really good, and I understand that completely. But here's the thing. But if you really want to get down to the core of what Venom was, I still think Raimi hit, like, it's a very basic take on Venom. But at the end of the day, he hit the nail harder on the head than the actual Venom movie, which made him.
Nice. Go ahead and finish what you were saying.
I was saying, like, the movie, it was a 90s buddy cop movie. They made Venom silly, they made him, and I get that's kind of his nature in the comics too. He's kind of jovial and, kind of, acts like
he grew, well, no, he grew into that. He wasn't at first. At first, he was a full-on, bloodthirsty, rated R horror character. That's who Venom was at first.
That's what I'm trying to say, like...
Oh, great, the Chosen are here.
The kind of point was, like, he was kind of like this psychotic man-child. Like, he was, like, basically, like, he was the embodiment of an adult tantrum. That's kind of who Venom was.
Yeah.
And, like, but, like, again, like, the whole jokey, silly Venom, that just didn't gel well with me. It was a villain. And not to mention, like I said, that contrast with Eddie Brock, who, again, in the original comics, was this perpetually pissed off guy with a hatred for Spider-Man and Peter Parker, which, again, I know you can't do in this movie, but he just seemed like an everyday Joe Schmo.
Yeah, honestly, like to me, if you're gonna do a Venom movie, you can't do it without referencing Peter Parker and expect Venom to be, accurate.
It's not even that. You could have easily just done this. Have him be extremely.
Well, let me just. I don't mean to interrupt Slim, but let me just say, as like a huge Venom fan, and as somebody who did not consume tons of comics, but, you know, whenever Venom was out, I had to look into it. You know, the thing was with Venom is that he had to, at the bare minimum, if his hatred of Spider-Man was not there, the conflict needed to be. Because, like, let's look at one of the most well-known Venom stories, which is the Lethal Protector. When Spider-Man and Venom agree, okay, we'll go our separate ways. We will not get pissed at each other if we're on the on the opposite coast of the U.S. So Venom goes to San Fran, Spider-Man stays in San Diego. I mean,
New York.
Sorry, New York City. The thing is, at least when it's there, and Venom is a quote-unquote good guy, Venom is still in conflict with his inner demons. Like, you know, you got Eddie Brock who's still going through his personal issues, but he's also battling.
Okay, talking about this game a second. I hate dealing with this bitch. No, because the thing is, she's invisible, and you know how, and like there's this thing called Overwatch where it's like, okay, if an enemy walks into your soldier's line of sight, they take a shot at them. She's immune to that, so if you try it, she doesn't trigger it. If you have characters on Overwatch, you try to bait her, it's not gonna work because it's just not gonna trigger. And it's annoying as shit because what she does is she cloaks so you can't tell where she is, and then what'll happen is she'll wait for one of you guys to push ahead a little too much and then bum rush that person and then do a shitload of damage to them, and you can't really do anything.
Yeah.
So I hate dealing with her because of that. Because it's like I gotta go find you.
I can't do much just talking to you right here, but
yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I've dealt with her before, but it's just you just gotta wait and bait her out.
Let me finish my thought really quick. Then, you know, we'll go on a more topic-oriented stuff. But the thing is, at the very bare minimum, when Venom was removed from the Spider-Man equation, I mean, ignoring the fact he has a Spider-Man insignia on his chest, you know, they at least kept the core struggle alive with the character.
Okay, what the fuck are you about to do?
Which is why, in my opinion, though it's very different, the Venom in the Venomverse, I don't know what to call it, because it's, even though he's part of the MCU now, he's still kind of his own thing.
Wait, hold up. I got a rant.
Wait. Let me just finish really quick because
right.
I'm almost done. So it works in his context because it's also a little bit like the Ultimate Venom. I know the Ultimate Universe went, even though it started out good and it was good for a while, it did get pretty bad as it went on. I mean, hello, Miles Morales, anybody? But the thing is, you know, Venom did find a good identity with, you know, being very different than his original counterpart, and I think that's the majority of Venom that you see in the Venom movies. But the reason why I think it works is because for the Venom films, I mean, is that at the bare minimum, they acknowledge one of the main components of what makes Venom his character, as opposed to a lot of other supernatural superhero movies in which they just want to completely redefine the character. Like, even though they removed Spider-Man from the Venom equation in the Venom movie, which is a huge component, they at least keep intact the main other component. You know, like the struggle between Eddie Brock and the symbiote, which, you know, once again, it's not saying that they do it efficiently every time, but the thing is, the fact that the studio allowed even that chunk to breathe, it does make for some projects within Sony that do work. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Phone.
All right. I was gonna say mini rant about this game. This is something that pisses me off. So you can see my screen, right? You see how we can see the assassin right here? She's hanging out right here, just right by the corner. Yeah. The game swears that this soldier, the only soldier that has a free... Oh, wait, my mic just fell. The only soldier has a free action right now. The game swears she cannot see her. Even though I'm pretty sure you could see her from that distance if you were actually there.
I suppose you don't...
Yeah, especially high ground and yes, she should have line of sight on her. So I can't do anything. And
so the only... And this is just... I agree with you, but I'm only going to just throw in, you know... maybe just on if I'm gonna give like the benefit of the doubt, even though the building in the middle is not at a high level, perhaps it's covering up the lower level that the player is on that you're targeting.
I guess, but I still just like I'm gonna call BS on that.
Yeah, I know. I'd call BS, but I'm just saying, like, this is just benefit of the doubt. Like, hey, do I have to throw you an olive branch somewhere?
Also,
so, Slim, I'm sorry, Slim. What were you trying to say?
I'm about to do something stupid to try and lure her out. Which I hate doing this.
Saying, like I said, I don't really think like the whole struggle between. I get what you're trying to say. I just don't think that the Venom movie did that in a way of like, oh, like there's an actual struggle between Venom because it's like I said, it's like a buddy cop movie from the '90s. Like
that's the vibe I got from the movie. I've only seen the trailers for it, and I just didn't.
Yeah, like I said, like for instance, he doesn't straight up hate this Simba Knight. I don't think it's destroying him. Simba Knight at the very end of the day is to him a mild annoyance. Like that's the one thing. It's an annoyance to him at worst. And then like when Venom pops up and says, oh, we are one. We got to be one together in order to beat this. I'm like, okay, fine, but you two really haven't shown like you guys are codependent on each other at all. You haven't, like I said.
Oh yeah. I totally agree with that, Slim.
Honestly, to me,
well, all my defenses though, they're made in context of the movie because honestly, the thing is the context.
Oh
is
shit!
Not
that's what.
As in depth as it is with like the comics, so it's like even though because the thing is, I would have rather have seen a comic accurate portrayal of the struggle. Because in the film, it much is like you said. It feels much like a buddy cop movie. It kind of feels like like it feels like what's the term is looking for? Like it feels like it's the everyday man meets the jock, and it's like that dynamic. Whereas, it's supposed to be a little more horror oriented with like the struggle between.
That's the thing. Like they didn't do that to me. And I mean, if you're gonna do a Venom movie, Venom needs to be like a horror movie monster.
They straight up made it PG-13
at the last minute too.
Yeah. And here's the thing though, is that people forget this though, and this is once again, it's like when people are blaming things in the movie, I'm like, blame Sony, because the thing was, Sony
we are blaming Sony. It just doesn't change. It doesn't change the fact that the movie is.
Yeah. I'm saying in general, people say like,
shit,
well, this was supposed to be a rated R horror movie. What the hell happened? It's like, look at Sony. Stop blaming the director. Stop blaming Tom Hardy, because Tom Hardy was one of the people pissed most when it
was anybody seriously blaming Tom Hardy though, because it seemed like most people were like.
I've seen people blame Tom Hardy online because it's online. People are stupid.
Online, dude, that's gonna happen.
Yeah. But it seemed like the majority of people were like pissed at Sony for that one. They're like, oh come on, really Sony?
I'm like, at the end of the day, like, Sony's made R-rated movies before. It's not like they haven't.
Yeah.
It's just like it's so weird. Again, they wanted to make.
How did you miss with a shotgun at that range? You got glasses on.
It was too.
She's right there.
How did you miss? He was 5 feet in front of you.
He's right there. She's right there.
To quote the great Eddie Murphy.
Oh, I gotta send you this video. This guy reviewing like one of the worst rated animes.
How? Wait, stop. I gotta stop the stream. How? How did that not become the #1 GIF and quote on all first-person shooters? That freaking Mushu clip from Mulan.
I don't know.
How do you miss? He was 5 feet in front of you.
I don't know. Do they have a shotgun? Yes, they had a shotgun. He was right there. She was right there and she missed. I even gave her the bonus action and she missed.
Maybe it's like a video game shotgun logic where they think like it's.
Well, yeah, no, it is based on distance, but she had more than. But it should have been close enough. But she had. Oh fuck! What's she about to do? Oh, she blinded everybody. Oh, 2 people. Damn it. So now they really can't aim for shit.
Looks like a Star Wars Sith assassin.
Make propaganda in the deal.
She pretty much is a Sith assassin. Pretty much.
Okay,
can anybody see?
Venom, then I want to hear Slim talk. But last thing I'll say on Venom, all I can say is like, not what I wanted, but for what I got, they at least hit some of the beats of the character that I did enjoy, and therefore, like they're fun movies, but they're not flawless movies, and they're just okay and they're fun. Though I do have to say, like, if I was going off of a purist heart.
Oh shit! She actually got her, even while blinded. Oh shit! Damn. Okay, you can actually land a shotgun up. Okay, I'll rescind my previous statement.
Maybe it's like SpongeBob. She has to be blind in order to do it right.
Yeah.
She has to blindfold herself first. Here's like opinion when it comes to shit like this. I'll stand by, like, I'm not gonna exacerbate.
Oh, she's vanishing again. Damn it.
To praise mediocrity. Like I just.
Is my game bugged?
Like I'm not.
Well, there's a difference between praising mediocrity and saying that you didn't.
I think the camera bugged.
I get what you're saying. I'm not saying like that's what you're doing. I'm saying like for me personally, like when people say, "Oh, well, the movie wasn't," like I'm not saying you said the thing. Like when people say, "Oh, well, the movie wasn't that bad," I really liked it. Why do you not like it so much? Like I'm not gonna pretend it. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, it's really good." Or,
oh, we might be in trouble.
Standards to call it good. Like I just a great example. Like I talked to Edgy about this. I talked to Gumby about this. I didn't like the Batman. I did not like the Batman. I thought it was a bad movie. I thought it was a stupid movie. Everyone's saying you didn't like. I did not like the Batman. I'm like, okay, like, and again, like you can enjoy it. That's fine, but I just don't like when people say, oh, well, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as Batman and Robin or Spookles. I'm like, okay, I'm not watching Batman and Robin. I'm watching a new take on. Batman.
Okay, guys, the game just straight up bugged and the camera is stuck. Hopefully, I just had to reload the save. Hopefully, okay, there we go. It's unstuck.
Here's the problem, Edgy. I've pulled it up and I'm not seeing anything.
I just reloaded the game.
Okay, now I'm seeing it. Okay.
Why is the screen shaking?
Something happened, but the camera wasn't like it was stuck, so I couldn't actually see what was going on. I think more of those zombie things are supposed to be showing up.
But yeah, like I said, I don't like. I'm not gonna praise mediocrity. I'm going to praise stuff I genuinely think is really good. Like I'm not gonna spend my time and energy into claiming something is good, and it's just not. I'm not gonna be pedantic and pretend it's better than what I think it is.
Yeah,
I
sincerely.
People call me a cynic and a contrarian. I'm like, no, I just don't want to waste my time on things that I don't think are up to my standard. Like,
To be devil's advocate, I could see that being a little bit. I could see someone arguing that being more pedantic, but I'm not saying that you're wrong necessarily.
Yeah, and here's what I would say, Slim. You should not. The thing is, like, when I make my argument, I'm saying for what it is, it's fine. But the thing is, I think that, in my personal opinion, I think that that's an acceptable, thing to say when I'm saying, like, well, is the film good or bad? I'm like, yeah, well, when you look at, what it is, it's fine. But the thing is, if you have to bring up other films or other mediums to make the comparison, then the thing is, you're automatically saying, well, it's not good on its own, but let me compare it to these other standards.
Yeah, I don't like when people do that. It's like, no, this thing needs to be decent by itself.
That's the thing. That's when I'm like, no, I don't agree.
I mean, like
you can say, I'll give you a cab. I'll give you one out for that. If you're saying like, okay, like, cause I'll say this and it's topical. Compared to the Netflix and the more recent live action Resident Evil shit, the Paul W.S. Anderson movies look like fine art.
Why'd you bring that up? Now I'm thinking about it.
It's like, how do I put this? It's like
It doesn't make them great movies. It's just that by comparison, if you need to watch a live action Resident Evil movie, you can do way worse.
I'm just saying, like, my point is, like, I get like comparing it to other films, like if it's like an established character, like how to put this, like when I
like if it's a reboot of an established thing, like comparing Amazing Spider-Man to.
When I watch the Batman, I'm going to be real. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make comparisons to the Dark Knight trilogy. It's gonna happen. Like, especially since you said we wanted a more gritty and realistic Batman in this version. I'm tired of the gritty, realistic Batman. If I'm being real with you, but if I'm going to do with the more gritty, realistic Batman, I'm gonna compare it to I think the adaptation that did it the best.
Well, but in that case, you're comparing film to film.
I understand that, but hear me out. But here's the thing. When I compare it to that, I will say one thing though. When it comes to how I compare it not by the merits of the film in itself. I'm saying like how the films adapt Batman differently, and if they get the core concept of what Batman is all about from what more people get from Batman. You know what I mean? Like the core concept of Batman. Not so much the films on their own, because they're in my opinion, two very different films.
Yeah, I was say I honestly don't compare them because I just think that's just not fair to them.
There are a lot of similarities, like a lot of similarities between the Batman and the Dark Knight trilogy, like a lot. I mean, Jesus Christ, people say like, oh no, it's doing its own thing. Like no, you cannot.
It's clear that they were inspired by the Nolan version.
It's clear as day that they were inspired by the Nolan version. What I'm trying to say is, when I compare the two, like one version adapts the ideas of what makes Batman relatively well. There are some aspects it got wrong, but for the most part, it adapted it pretty well into a more realistic take on Batman. That's what it was praised for. Because it was more realistic, but it still adapted the core concept of what made Batman very well. I don't think the Batman did a very good job of that, even though, and again, I'm going to compare it to other adaptations of Batman to make my point made clear. If you wanted to say, oh, they made these changes because they wanted Batman to be, quote-unquote, more realistic, I'll say, no. I think if you want an example of that done well, look at the Nolan trilogy, because they did that well while also making Batman more realistic. If that makes any more sense. If it does. Like,
yeah, I suppose, I guess the thing with the Batman trilogy, though, not the trilogy, the new Batman, which I'm gonna take a guess and say they're trying to make a trilogy out of it.
They're definitely setting up a sequel at the very least.
Like back in the day, and I suppose even today to an extent, people are turned off by the idea of things being completely fantastical. So I suppose the problem with Batman is that this is a mortal man in the realm of gods in terms of like comic book movies or comic book mediums. So I suppose nowadays where you
okay, guys, how did all three of you miss the one zombie?
God damn it!
God damn! All four of you missed. Even the shotgun missed. Okay, we need. Okay, one shot. Okay, Boyega coming through. Boyega MVP because all y'all suck. How did the sniper miss?
But I do suppose though.
I don't know where the assassin chick is. She kind of making me nervous.
Thing. But I do suppose though, this is the biggest problem with Batman is that in a world that has more so accepted comic book characters being in their comic book settings, acting in a very fantastical and fictional and comic book realm, how do you fit a mortal man, meaning Batman, into that mix? And I do have to say, and the one defense I'll give them is that is a bit of a hard thing to pull off.
I think the Batman is smart for basically just being its own thing, not connected to everything else.
I think that the Batman is trying to be realistic, but also say at the same time say, well, we're a comic book world, and it's like, okay, but can you? And this is not me saying it's one way or the other. This is me legitimately asking, can you be realistic and also within a comic book world? Can you pull that off?
You can. It's hard. It's harder, I think.
The Nolan trilogy, in my opinion, did that very well. Like I stand by that. Like when people say, "Well, this take on Batman's more quote unquote realistic," I'm like, okay, but I don't think he did that well. Like here's the thing, and like the villain, like I'm not even gonna get into that, but like how do I put this? Like, this is the same thing I talk about when I talk about Rise of TMNT
Okay, where the hell is the assassin? Because I can't end this level until she dies or retreats. I mean, and I don't know where she is.
It felt like they made their own thing and slapped the turtles on top of it. And I keep saying that. People say, no. It's the best take on the turtles yet. And I'm like, that's why I got canceled after one season. Yeah, it had a second season, but let's be real. It only aired exclusively on Nicktoons, which means it only had one season.
Yeah, that means that sounds to me like they did not have confidence in that, and they're like, okay, we'll put season 2 on here.
But like I said, I see so many people say like it's the best take on the Ninja Turtles, and I'm just like, okay, how? Like, you realize one of the biggest problems with the show is all the characters act the same, right? They're all these dumb jackasses who don't really care about what's going on. They don't take themselves seriously at all. They openly admit to like not caring about the fight. Like literally the season 1 finale, the lesson of the story is don't have a plan, don't actually come up with ideas, just keep hitting it until you get lucky. That's what they tried to teach people. I'm like,
that's a really bad plan. Or strategy.
Really dumb thing to do. And the worst part is it works.
Call me shallow. I couldn't get past the designs right. No, that's not shallow. I was immediately put off by the redesigns too. It's like these look terrible to me.
Yeah, like I said, like the characters are even worse. Like I swear to God, this is every episode of season 1. And like Bags watched all of season 1 too, till about tomorrow. Every episode of season 1 is basically like a villain does some shenanigans. The turtles do some dumb shit that just so happens coincide with the villain shenanigans. If they have the time, they'll take time out of what they're doing and fight them, but they won't care. They will probably be more focused on saving their favorite wrestler or doing some other dumb shit. They won't actually care about stopping the villain.
Oh wait, hold up. Hold up, I'm stupid. The game actually said we beat the Chosen Lady already, so I guess she did back off when the game glitched. But they're just still sending these zombies after us. Okay.
I'll be right back. I gotta eat the rest.
All right, man.
I do suppose in your case, Edgy, maybe when the game glitched, you didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm guessing because the camera shit was acting weird. But the thing is, it says do not allow these two characters to die. Okay, how long do I have to sit here and kill these zombie things? They just seem to keep coming, which is kind of the point of them. But still. Right. Because they give you this thing where you get a free action if you kill one, because I guess they're just that easy to kill. It doesn't really cost you a turn. Ah, she missed. I will say, the Batman, I watched it, I went in with, like, actually just kind of, like, meh expectations. I was like, okay, this is okay. There are some things that don't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, the whole Alfred, like, oh, I'm not going to tell Bruce about the stuff his dad was doing. Like, at all. And it's like, why the hell wouldn't you tell him that?
That doesn't, well, that right there, that feels like that's their own interpretation. That's not, the comic accurate interpretation.
Like, even if disregard that aside, like, what reason would you have to not tell him that?
Well, at the same
beforehand
time, in the film's defense, not the comic accurate version, in the film's defense, he had that shit in The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. He had Alfred burning that letter from what's her face.
But that I can at least see the motive for him doing that. Okay. Like, I can at least pinpoint his motive.
Yeah, now I can see what you're saying. Okay.
But in the Batman, like, I don't get a motive for why Alfred didn't say anything.
Rachel, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like, I get why Alfred wouldn't tell Bruce about the rape thing. It's like, okay, Bruce is clearly not in the best state right now. Telling him that the girl chose Harvey over him is just gonna make him worse. Let's just ignore this for now.
Right.
I get that, and obviously it was meant. Obviously they even though Dark Knight Rises in my opinion, didn't do a good job of it, they did have a payoff to that later in the series. So I can get that one. And Alfred not telling Bruce, it was one thing if they gave him a reason why he didn't tell Bruce. Like, he could have, and it could have been something simple as Bruce, why didn't you tell me this? And he could say, your father didn't want me to, or something like that. Right. Like, he made me swear not to tell you. Like, that would be like, okay, I can believe that because you respect the dad, so yeah, you would try not to tell Bruce. that. I get it. I would understand that, but and that would have been like 5 seconds to establish it. But that's not what they did. And that to me just didn't make any sense. Okay, are they really gonna throw more of these zombies at him?
Zombie animation, man. Sorry, I don't mean to change subject, but it's like, you know, that freaking, like, the animation of, like, you know, it's not even a video game thing. It's just in general. It's like, you know, remember that time in, like, the beginning of the 2010s where it's like, oh, we'll move really fast and somehow that's scary?
I actually think the fast zombies are scary. I actually think that's...
I'm not talking about zombies. I'm even talking like possession, haunting movies and stuff. It's like, oh, we move really fast and we do like the sound effects of like bones cracking and stuff. That's automatically scary.
I mean, I can kind of see. I think it's scary if you do both. Like, there's times where the thing moves very slow and there's times where it moves very fast. I think that works.
I suppose I can see it, but the thing is, like, you know...
But personally, I think the reason why people don't think slow is scary is, especially with zombies, because like a slow zombie, 9 times out of 10, it's like you can just lightly walk, you know, like jog past them. It's not...
Yeah. I suppose, like, the idea of zombies actually doesn't scare me too much, but is that because of the premise of, like, you know, what a zombie is? I mean, that can be scary. But it's more so like, you know, all the conflicts with it are rather predictable nowadays.
Yeah.
Because, like, and I was even saying this, like, when the zombie craze was up. I was even saying, like, I'm not a big zombie fan. And people are asking me, like, you know, well, why do you say that? It's like, you know, even when I was a stupid young teenager, I was even saying, like, you know what's going to happen in all your stories, right? Oh, I'm traveling with said person. Oh, no, said person got bit. Oh,
yeah.
Emotional trauma. Oh my gosh, I must shoot them or let them go. It's like, it's beat for beat. You know how the story's going to go. Unless somebody's going to shake up the formula is going to remain intact. But anyways, outside of that, all I was saying is that, you know, the thing is, I suppose it's context that would, and you could even extend that to the zombie stuff. You know, it's context which makes the horror scary for me. Because the thing is, it's like, how many horror movies have you seen where you've seen the fast movement and the cracking of bones sound effects, and you just roll your eyes? It's probably 90% of those films. The thing is, you got to have a reason for this stuff. The thing is, a lot of people just see the stuff that, you know, when they're watching their film that inspires them, and they'll only take the imagery or the sound effects, but they'll forget the stuff that warranted those two things.
Honestly, most stuff is just...
I'm sorry when I'm not a big spiel. It's just it's a big thing for me because I'm a big horror guy.
One thing that to me, this is probably a horror hot take, but most like movies with like possession stuff to me is just not scary.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's just not scary. Because the thing that makes no sense to me with demon possession movies, like, okay, y'all possess the most just basic bitch people, and it's like, what are you gonna do with that? Like, you mean to tell me you can possess anybody on the planet and you pick this this small town white girl who can't do anything? Why?
What do you guys talking
like horror stuff.
I totally understand, but in this case, I'll say, like, you know, I understand that issue, but I'm going to add on to it. I'm going to say, like, you know, not just that, but it's also the fact that, you know, it's not that possession can be scary. It's more so like, you know, even hauntings and such. The problem with me is that the thing is, I think a big chunk of why hauntings and possession movies scare so many people is that a sizable chunk of that demographic thinks that it could be real.
Yeah, that's also true.
And the problem is, nowadays, and I'm saying, and I might be biased here because I'm not religious, nor am I, you know,
I'm not either.
I believe in anything supernatural. It's like, okay, you got to convince me within the context of the world, because without that, without you convincing me of your world, of your films or your comics or what have you's worlds, you know, acceptance of the supernatural, I'm kind of sitting here going, like, you know, well, this is obviously fake. You know, the thing is, in order for it to convince me, you've got to intertwine and convince me that your fictional world is capable of these supernatural entities and such.
I mean,
Because
okay,
in the
I don't
real
mind
world,
if it's...
personally, I don't accept it, you know?
I can go with it. The biggest thing I have with... The thing that makes paranormal shit scary is... It doesn't follow, like... It's gonna sound weird. It doesn't follow rules of physics. Like, and I think a lot of, like, Asian horror movies do this very well with ghost stuff. It's like, you know, like, if Jason's chasing you, and let's say you barricade yourself, and it's like, okay, he can only come through that door, or break through a wall, something, you know, it's ways that you can make sense of it. Whereas, like, a ghost can just, oh yeah, I'm just suddenly behind you.
Oh yeah.
That's freaky. Like, that to me is freaky.
I love that you brought up Asian horror, because in terms of supernatural horror, I actually do prefer the Asian cinemas and comics and stories, a way of approaching it. And instead of dwelling on explaining, okay, how's the supernatural work, what they focus on it instead is the character or the specter itself.
Yeah.
Like,
Which, I mean, you can focus on how it
did this
works.
thing- well, it's not about how did this thing manifest. It's more so about why did it manifest. What
Yeah.
was this person in life? What was this person doing? And to me, it's like, that's even scarier, because I'm all of a sudden forgetting about, you know, okay, well, how's the supernatural work? Now more like, oh shit, Ju-on the Grudge has a very, very legitimate reason for being pissed at the people she's haunting. Oh my god, holy shit, she's taken this to the umpteenth level. Oh my god, there is no escaping from the hatred she holds. And that's why Ju-on is so scary. Does that make sense? Or
No, that makes sense. My only criticism of The Grudge, and this is kind of the fault of, like, and this is really just because they kept making sequels after this, was they established in, like, the second, at least, I don't know if it's true in the Japanese ones, but I know in the American versions, they established that, oh yeah, the curse can't be stopped. You know, it's just gonna spread. But then it's like, okay, fine, okay, you established you can't kill this thing. But then you just keep making more movies.
Oh yeah, no. The Japanese version, even though there's a few sequels, it's nowhere near as intrusive as it is in the American version. Because the American version, it just feels like, oh, we need another excuse to make another movie, so make up some bullshit reason.
Yeah.
Whereas in the Japanese versions, they at least, it feels like it's the, here's the thing, it feels like it's the same entity, and it feels like the same malice that manifested the spirits is still present there. Whereas it's like, you know, with the other films, like the American films, it's like, why in the hell are you connected to these people? They had nothing to do with your issue, or even more so.
Well, to be fair, I think even in the
they
Japanese
didn't
they
even
explain
stumble
that.
they didn't, in the American versions, well, like the second and third movie, more so the third movie, it's like, they didn't even really stumble into your shit. Why are you pissed at them?
I know in the third one, the whole thing they established was that the curse can, like... So, like, the way the curse works is just, like, if someone, like, dies in, like, you know, like, terrible anger or something, like, the area becomes cursed. But the curse can latch onto other people, and it kind of is, like, a self-replicating thing where someone who's cursed can then, like, go on a murder spree and then make a new curse based on that. So I know, like, in the third one, it spread to the apartments, and then people started killing each other in the apartments, which, you know, cemented the curse there. Because I know the most recent one, which I heard was terrible, because Kayako isn't even fucking in it, aside from, like, a cameo. It was, like, a new version of the curse that was in, like, an apartment complex, but the problem was, of course, it still adhered to the same rules of the other movies, so there was no point in watching it because you knew how it ended. And not even, like, in a good way, where it's like, okay... You know, like, it's like that sense of dread. It's just like, I literally just do not care.
Yeah.
Kind of, I know how this ends. Because you can do a movie where you know how, you kind of have an idea that, yeah, these characters don't make it out here. Like, or at least most of them don't.
I suppose it kind of depends once again on the version, because even in the Japanese version, not Kayako, but it's Satoko from, like,
I know the Ring. I know the Ring. She crosses over at one point. They have like a movie where they fight each other.
Yeah.
Which I kind of want to see it because it sounds so ridiculous.
No. Here's the thing. That's the version of Freddy versus Jason. It doesn't make sense, but it's fun just because it exists.
I know they straight up fused together at one point.
Here's the part that will piss you off, because it did piss me off, because I was excited, like, oh cool, here's a fun movie. They only fight each other for less than 5 minutes.
Wow, that is bad.
Yeah.
That is bad.
What I'm saying though is like remove Kayako from the equation in the Ju-on Japanese films. With Satoko in the Ringu films, or the Ring films for the English speaking audience, it's like that's ingrained in the lore day one. It's like you see the videotape, you carry on the curse.
I do know in the book that Ringu stuff is the movie is based on. In the book, it's a little bit different. It's not that you have to make a I think like the tape was like what you have to do is you have to transcribe into like a new medium each time, so it's a little more complicated. It's like because it didn't start out as a tape, it was something else, and then someone like somehow took like the essence of it and made it into a tape or something like that. I think that's how it. I remember seeing this like a comment or something. Someone was explaining the movie lore, and they were saying that was like the big difference. Was that in the movie it's just you have to make a copy of the tape and have somebody watch it, but in the source material was no, you had to transcribe into something else for it to work.
Yeah.
Which is pretty which is pretty freaky because it's like how the hell would you do that? And I kind of get why they didn't put that in the movie. It's like that would be way too complicated.
Yeah, I was about to say you're gonna have to be dedicated. But here's the thing, though, is like
noob, you joking about that? But there actually is a Ring video game that was on like the PS1 or some shit.
No, I totally understand, but you just brought up the PS1. That's interesting because I was about to bring up a game reference. But the thing is, though, is that it's very interesting because I recently watched a guy do a playthrough of like this game that was doing demonic possessions, and holy shit, dude! Like when you had to exorcise the demon, there were so many steps regarding the game mechanics.
Wait, is it the game where you're like in a morgue, where you work as like a mortician or something? I was watching somebody play that too, and I was like, yo, this is very complicated.
Here's the thing, though. It's like look at actual possession shit and real demonology and shit. And it's like, dude, there's more steps to this in a fucking cookbook.
Yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous.
It's kind of like it's like does the actual exorcism ritual drive out the demon, or is the demon like after step 7052 of the ritual go like I'm kind of bored, I'm gonna kind of go.
Pretty much. I slept nightmare.
Like by the time you get to the power of Christ compels you step, it's like the guy's probably sitting there like, dude, he left 3 hours ago.
Yeah. I do like how that game they basically are like, oh yeah, the longer you're near this thing, the more possessed you're gonna get, and the more freaky shit you're gonna see.
Oh yeah. No, that was in the morgue game, right?
Yeah, in the morgue game, that's what they did.
Yeah, no. What I loved and what I didn't like about the guy that I watched do this playthrough was that he didn't do enough of this. But what I thought was a really cool mechanic was the guy's.
I feel like this map is
like on these tape recordings
bugged.
you would find, the guy would be like, look, in order to figure out if you're being possessed, just scribble. It doesn't matter what, just scribble. If something comes up, you're being possessed.
That seemed like such a weird way to test that.
No.
But I get it. Like I get it, but it just sounds like weird when you hear it.
Oh no, I really like it because the thing is, what it's saying is like look, you can be just something completely benign, yet the thing is, since you're not the one in your body, whatever is possessing you is going to take advantage of the fact you're doing an action. Therefore, it's going to do something creepy.
Yeah.
So to me, I was kind of like, ooh, I'm really looking forward to this because it could be really cool. And the guy doing the playthrough did it a total of like what, 2 times?
Yeah. I think this mission actually bugged out because I feel like there's no way I'm supposed to sit here and kill these things for this long.
Who knows? I mean,
And the problem is, I don't think there's like an auto save like right before I did all these missions, so I might have to just reload from there. It's gonna suck.
What was the what did you what was the year this game came out? Just curious.
I don't remember. It was like 20. It was like I want to say it was before 2016.
Okay.
I want to say it was before that. But I think something glitched out because I'm pretty sure what's supposed to happen is you kill the Chosen, and then I think you're supposed to hold out for like 2 to 3 turns, and then the game lets you proceed.
Oh, also I didn't realize that Slim left.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
My bad.
I didn't notice till he posted in chat. I know he said he had to step away for a second because he was going to the bathroom.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
He might be having he might have had a connection issue or something.
Oh yeah, you can make propaganda deal.
One thing about like super paranormal movies that a lot of them never answer, which always kind of bugs me, is they never explain if the ghost's end goal is to kill you. Why doesn't it just do it immediately? You know, like in most movies, it's like the ghost just starts like fucks with them for a little bit, and then it like escalates into more horrendous shit. But it's like it's never actually explained why it's doing that. Like, I don't like Paranormal Activity that much, but I'll give them credit. They outright say this thing feeds on your fears. So it's like, yeah, it makes sense why it doesn't just kill you right away.
Yeah, I suppose my biggest criticism against Paranormal Activity, or at least the very first few films, because even as a junior high and high school student watching those films, the issue
they were boring to me
was that, well, they didn't scare me because the thing is, I looked at that as like, you know, like I said, junior high school guy, and I went, I can make this film in my house.
My whole thing was just nothing happened.
All I was thinking is, all I need is a camera and fishing line.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, that can work because there's like plenty of like online like ARG shit that you can tell like they don't have like a huge budget and they do stuff that's pretty effective. I think my problem with Paranormal Activity was just that okay, we just have mildly creepy shit for like 80% of the movie, and then at the end it gets kind of creepy. And even then, it's like, okay, this isn't that scary, guys. Especially with how hyped it was. Like, you saw the trailers, people screaming in the theaters and jumping out. Like, y'all, what the fuck movie were y'all watching?
Yeah.
Like, Insidious was a movie where it's like, okay, this actually got me to jump, even though it does not hold up after, like, the first watch. Honestly.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like, it's hard to once again, I said this before, but it's like, you know, there's very few supernatural or haunting movies that will, you know, scare me. But the biggest reason is because it's like, it does have to do with my personal bias. It's like, you have to convince me of something that I perceive as fictional can be a reality within your world. Otherwise, it doesn't scare me. I mean, that's the thing with like most comic book movies, is like, you have to convince me that the supernatural can take place in your setting.
Wow, she missed with an 89% chance to hit. Wow.
Does that make sense, or am I?
I mean, it does, but I'm kind of like, if I'm going into something I know it's gonna do something supernatural, it's like I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm on board with it. It's just you have to actually do something that I would find scary, and most of the time it doesn't.
And I do suppose that is the thing, because me personally, I am kind of sitting there like, you know, okay, is there anything I'm going to see here that I can replicate at home? And for the most part, not really.
Or if it's like, okay, because most paranormal movies, they'll do shit like, okay, something flies across the screen. It's like, that's not scary to me.
Yeah.
Like, it can be startling if, you know, you do the typical jump scare shit, but that's just startling me. That's not scaring me.
Exactly, and that's actually what I probably, I was praising the Japanese horror so much, is that it's like, okay, even though the effects can be a little lower tier, the thing is, if you're trying to, if you're trying to sell me to the point that, you know, this person was so distraught and so hateful and so resentful and such when they died, it's like, okay, even though the supernatural part is a little harder to sell to me, I am going to be here and be like, okay, if this person did pass on into hell or the afterlife or limbo, etc., I could certainly see this person not leaving this other party alone because their hatred or their resentment was so strong when they died. So it's like, if you're able to sell that to me, then it's easier for me to accept the supernatural.
One movie that I liked, that is like, I don't know if have you ever seen Sinister? I think that's probably one of the better recent like paranormal movies that I've seen, even though it's not that recent anymore.
Yeah.
But the thing that I liked about it was it didn't immediately go supernatural. It was plausible. Like someone could actually do this. Right. You could understand Ethan. What's his name? Ethan Hawke's character not 100% being like, okay, there's some freaky shit. There's some demon shit going on. It's like he's like, okay, for like the first like hour or so, like, okay, after the stuff that he actually sees that that we know he saw is like, yeah, he probably wouldn't think anything supernatural is happening yet. And like the first instance I'm seeing, he's like, okay, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah.
Like confirmed, he's like, we are moving. I saw some little demon children grabbing me as I fell through the floor. We are leaving.
Well, I actually think a film that did that pretty good with that type of character, where it's like, things are kind of going. It's not even the main character; it's more so the side character. It's like stuff.
Damn, she's missing like crazy right now.
Going on and like outside the main plot that convinces them otherwise. If you guys ever watch a movie called Gothica, which is a early 2000s, I think.
Wait, is that the one with Halle Berry in it?
Yeah, Halle Berry's in it, but it's more so. I'm talking about Robert Downey Jr.'s character. He's kind of like he's on the sidelines of the shit. And the thing is, it's like he doesn't even get the full brunt of the supernatural. He just gets like the very, very bare minimum, like side kind of stuff, kind of ripples of the effects that go on from the supernatural world. And it's like, he comes to terms with it and he accepts it, but the difference between him and other characters from like most haunting movies is like it takes him years to be able to catch on. So it's like when he finally catches on, which is like the near and the ending of the film, the thing is it's like it's actually digestible because he's been a critic almost the entire film.
Yeah.
And so it's like when it does happen, it's like you must have been really scared shitless for you to get to this point. Because the thing is, the stuff that he faces is stuff that's, waved the hand for the most part, where it's like, that could have been anything.
There was it's a comedy. Yeah. It's a parody of Paranormal Activity, but there's one scene where it's like, okay, this movie is playing this as a joke, but it's like, this is probably the most realistic reaction to this. It was a haunted house. It's kind of funny, but it's really stupid. But there's a part where it's a Marlon Wayans movie, so you know what you're getting into with that. There's a part where his cousin shows up, and the cousin is like this like gangster type and comedically, and he's like threatening the ghost and shit, and he's walking around. So I was like, "Hey, yo, show yourself, ghost!" And then they go into the living room after the girlfriend wants like, "You're just gonna make it mad." He's like, "I don't give a fuck." And then he goes to the living room, all the furniture's gone. He goes, "What happened to your furniture?" And the furniture's levitating. It falls on the cousin and all of his gang members, and they run out screaming their damn heads off. It's played for laughs. But then Marlon Wayans' character is just like, "I'm getting the fuck out of here," and he tries, like, he packs everything in a moving truck and leaves, and he comes back like the next day crying, talking, "I can't sell this house in this housing market. I'm stuck with this shit." He's like freaked out and horrified. And again, it's played for laughs, but it's like, you know what? I'll give them credit for actually addressing the whole "why don't you just move out" thing. And Insidious did that too, and I'll give them credit. It's like, y'all actually got the fuck out of there. After like 5 or 6, like 3 or 4 instances of ghost shit, you were just like, "Yeah, we leaving."
Well, here's the thing. It's like if I was in that position and people are like, "Why are you selling this house? You just bought it." I'd be like, I rebuilt the basement. or the attic or the living room or what, fill in the blank. It's like, and I figured it would bump up the price a bit, so I'm gonna sell it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, reason A. I would try to come up with something because.
Yeah, you can't tell somebody my house is haunted.
Yeah. Part of the problem with some of these supernatural haunted house films is that well, we can never sell it, and it's like, I don't know. I've seen plenty of houses go on the market for a really bold.
I mean, you gotta have that one friend that you could just rent it to.
Yeah. And here's the other thing too. It's like, here's the thing with the internet. There's lots of freaky people out there. There's probably people that'd be like, ooh, haunted house, or ooh, 50 people have been murdered in my house. Sold.
Sold, yeah.
There's plenty of freaky people.
Oh, hey Salem, you're actually in a mission. Hopefully let me pull it up. Hopefully it doesn't backfire. That was the whole point of this day, but I ended up not getting the whole squad assembled, and it's been like, we got stuck in a buggy mission. That's the first time that's happened to me, where I legit bricked the mission.
You gotta hope that my character's running on full capacity, because there's a few shots of tequila in me right now.
Well, if he misses, we'll just say that's you being drunk.
There you go.
You know what's one horror movie series I never got the appeal of? I watched the first one and I was like, why are people telling me this is amazing?
What?
The Conjuring.
Dude, okay, so I'm a big James Bond fan because I'm a huge Saw fan. Okay, and you're hearing it from me firsthand. Fuck The Conjuring. That movie is not scary.
I will say it's nicely shot, but that's really it. Like, everything else about it is just not scary. Like, every scare is way too predictable. Upon like, I don't get why anyone praises this.
Yeah, no. I still stand by this statement all these years later after first Saw. James Bond is a good director, but he needs small scale stuff.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I did like the one or two. How many Fast and Furious movies? I think he did like 2 or 3 of those. I did find those enjoyable. But
I mean, I'll give you one film that he made that it's like people still can't believe that he made, and even I'm sitting here like, I can't believe he made it either. Aquaman.
Oh, that's right. He did make that. I've never seen it because I just don't care.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't know. I'm still thinking like, no, James Bond, dude, get out of Hollywood, make your own shit, because it's like people forget that Saw was made on a shoestring budget, and they had this shot for a studio to take it on.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you made a film so good that a studio accepted it. Stick with that. Don't make don't go to the studios. Make the studios come to you.
Pretty much.
I suppose that's my opinion on James Bond, because I do like his stuff. The thing is, like, I do like, what he's able to
okay, I hope this guy doesn't explode.
But the thing is, it's like, dude, The Conjuring, Aquaman, dude, get out of that.
Yeah. Hey, The Conjuring, like I said, I couldn't.
Like here's the thing. It's like, dude, you made Saw. You filmed that film in like less than a fucking week. Dude, you have the talent to make a movie all on your own on a shoestring budget. Why are you working for these multi-billionaire Hollywood producers?
I mean, I can get why he would work with them. It's just like this movie is just not. The Conjuring is just not. Like, I won't say they're bad. They're just not. I just don't get why people are like, oh yeah, these were amazing horror movies. Like, they're not. They're just they're just kind of mad.
That's the issue right there. Is that it's not that overwhelming majority of people thought The Conjuring was good. It's that it's the same reason why Disney is quote unquote successful nowadays, despite them literally cooking the books in all their films from the past, half a dozen years. You all prove that. Look at Captain Marvel. There was a reason why it was trending that, nobody's in the theater, yet it made $1 billion.
Yeah, something fishy going on.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, look, dude, you know, leave these studios. You know, their success is artificial. You were so successful on your own that you're able to attract their attention. Nowadays, it's hard to attract Hollywood's attention because they're building up billion-dollar projects. And they're building billion-dollar projects because they need that much to cut even on a bunch of their films.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if you're able to get their attention, you know that you've got talent. So why would you go to them to make schlock and assembly line Kate bullshit? I'm sorry when I rant there. It's like, you know, it drives me nuts because it's like, you know, one of the directors from one of my favorite horror franchises, Saw.
I'm gonna be honest,
like, dude, I'm waiting for your next original idea. When's the last time you've done anything from the top of your, you know, your creative head?
I know he did that one like puppet thing that I heard was stupid. I mean, I looked at like the premise. I was like, this is stupid to me, but it is what it is.
What was it? My bad.
It was like some movie where it had like a puppet or something. I think James Wan had something to do with that.
No, that was in the same universe for The Conjuring, but I don't think that was James Wan. That was Annabelle.
No, not the Annabelle. It was way before that. It was one where it was like a.
Oh, okay.
It can't. I forgot what it was called, but it was. The twist at the end was like the father character was dead the whole time, and like the mom was like basically had turned him into a ventriloquist dummy essentially. Some shit like that.
I suppose I don't remember that one.
I don't remember what it was called, but I remember I was watching something where they were talking about it, and I was like, wow, that's really dumb. Like, the way it's presented is really dumb, and it's like, that premise could be kind of creepy. But the way it was done, I like, yeah, this is too dumb for me.
Yeah, I suppose I didn't look into that one. What I did look into another director of the Saw films, which was the director of Saws 2 through 4, which was Darren Lynn Bousman. And he directed a few films that I was really into, which was, three of them were like Repo the Genetic Opera and the Devil's Carnival films, which were both horror musicals, which were really cool. Then he did, like I said, Saws 2 through 4. Then he also did like this other indie project, which was, I think it was called Barons, which was about the New Jersey Devil. And I think I remember the CGI was bad in that film, but it's like, yeah, well, okay, you know, it was an independent project. It's a cool idea. But then he came back for a Spiral and such. So it's like, you know, it's interesting to see what they do when they stick with indie or smaller stuff, because even when they're not, you know, overly good, you at least appreciate like the efforts and like, you know, the originality and the lack of restraint that's put on.
There's some, but then there's also the flip side of that, where some people actually do better when they have someone to rein them in.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's kind of like a double-edged sword.
Like the ultimate example of that is going to be George Lucas.
Yeah, like, and I say someone who doesn't even hate the prequels, but it's like, yeah, George sometimes needs someone to help rein him in.
Oh yeah. I mean, here's the thing. It's like you need proof of that. It's like, look at some of the deleted scenes from the original Star Wars, and they're like, you know, 10, 15-minute scenes of literally just talking intergalactic politics.
Yeah. Also, I mean, and even the scenes that were like deleted from Revenge of the Sith, some of them, it's like, yeah, that would have just completely fucked with the tone. Like the part where they had the clone troopers pretending to be Jedi, and then like Obi-Wan makes a joke like, you guys make terrible Jedis, and like, yeah, that is. Yeah, okay, I know Obi-Wan's kind of got a sense of humor, but it's like the way that whole scene would have handled, like it just felt kind of weird.
Yeah,
it's like, I see why that was on the cutting room floor on that one.
The only thing I'd say about scenes like that is, at the bare minimum, and I know I was talking about earlier about, you know, well, you can't compare different mediums, but I'll do it here just for my little joking point. The bare minimum, that was more Obi-Wan than anything Disney did with Obi-Wan.
Yeah. I didn't. I'll be honest. I watched Shadowverse breaking down the fight scenes from that, and holy shit! I was like, okay. Not only do you just completely trounce on the fact that canonically these two characters don't meet again until episode 4, completely shit on canon. Then you make Obi-Wan do the dumbest thing ever and say, "I'm gonna let Vader go." It's like, why the fuck would you do that?
Oh yeah, I don't know, that's dumb, but I'll tell you immediately where the Obi-Wan series was dead to me. It was the line from Vader during their first confrontation in the Kenobi series. And the thing was, there's a distinct style of writing in the Star Wars movies, in the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. The original trilogy is, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of its own thing. But in the prequel trilogy, it becomes very, I don't know how to describe it, but it becomes very Shakespearean. Like these don't sound like real people, but it does sound like people talking on a stage play. You know,
yeah, a lot of people say the dialogue was more wooden in the prequels, and it is.
I wouldn't even say wooden. It's more grandiose. Like it's dialogue written knowing that there's an audience there in the crowd.
Yeah, it's not like someone having a conversation like you and your buddies talking. Like, you wouldn't talk like this.
Yeah, exactly.
At least I don't think you would. Some people maybe.
Yeah, and in context of the prequels, that's why I'm able to accept the prequels and enjoy them, is because it does feel like it's consistent within the universe that they're portraying.
Also, it's just genuine. As again, this is just unfiltered George. It's genuine. I can kind of respect that.
Yeah, but anyways, though, like the issue that here's the issue that I have with the Kenobi series, and this one line that killed it for me. So, given context of all that, like the Shakespearean, prequels, and the Star Wars original trilogy being just what they are, I'm not sure how to describe that. Tell me how this line sounds. When Vader and Obi-Wan are facing each other in this Disney series, and Obi-Wan, apologizes, which actually does seem like a genuine thing Obi-Wan Kenobi would do. It does seem like, from the Ewan McGregor and the Allen Guinness portrayals of the character, it does seem like that is something that would come up. Like, when there's a brief pause in the fight, Obi-Wan would say, "I'm sorry."
I mean, he kind of did something similar in 3, where he said, like, "I have failed you," which is basically like an kind of apologizing.
Exactly, but here's the problem. Here's what killed the immersion for me. Remember what Vader said when he immediately apologized?
What did he say?
"I am what you made me."
Really?
I was just like, no, fucking done.
Like, okay.
Immediately as I heard that line, do you know what song lyrics came into my mind right away?
What?
Cut my life into...
Oh God, Papa Roach. This is my last resort.
Yeah. Or even worse, wake me up.
That line could work, but it's just... For one, it doesn't make... For one, it doesn't... Okay, I can figure out a way where that line could actually work if it was like a case of, like Vader showing his completely fucked up face and Obi-Wan like flinches to it. And he said something like that, like, "I am what you made me." That would make sense.
No, that's the thing. Obi-Wan cuts up the mask. It shows half of Anakin's face, and that's when he says it. But the thing is, he just says it like, "I am what you made me." And it's like, dude,
no.
If this was going to have any gravity to it, you should have been pissed and seething when you said that.
I think it would have been much better if it was like a case of like Obi-Wan was genuinely surprised to see how twisted up Vader looked, and you saw him like kind of recoil about it, and he said something like, look at what you made me," or something like that. That would make more sense. And he's angry about it. Like, he's actually, like, you can hear like how pissed off he is.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Is like, the thing is, And that's the problem, is that you had Hayden Christensen come back for the role of Darth Vader, which everybody wanted. And the problem is, I don't see Hayden Christensen's Anakin in that spot. I just see Hayden Christensen playing whatever the fuck Disney made Darth Vader into.
Also, the whole shit with, what's her name, Reva was just dumb.
I'm sorry, the whole shit with what?
The Sith Inquisitor chick, Reva, but, you know, they're trying to say, oh, people who don't like this character are racist. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, wait, who? That character doesn't exist.
I know. What am I even talking about? I must be misremembering things.
I mean, that's the biggest problem with the Kenobi series, is that it's used as an excuse to build up other characters.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have so little confidence in your original characters that you got to use legacy characters to bring them up.
Also, and the other thing, and this is like not even directed towards Kenobi, I don't like the idea of the Sith Inquisitors as just a concept.
I mean,
to
I
me.
can kind of see it, but I don't like them being Sith.
That's my thing. Is like if they weren't like
yeah.
Force sensitive, they were just like, you know, like normal people who were just really good at like hunting Jedi or something.
Here's the thing, like how cool would this idea be, especially within context of like how gritty and
wow, you made a shot at 29%.
I'm more like, you know, unsupernatural the original trilogy era becomes. It's like, how kick-ass and badass would it be if you just have like a platoon of regular Joe Schmo bounty hunters be like, we're gonna go take on a Jedi.
You know what would actually, I think, would be like a good middle ground, even though this would be borrowing from EU lore. So you know how in the original EU on Korriban, which is like the Sith homeworld, the Sith species, they infused swords with the dark side. What if like the Inquisitors had like something like that, where Palpatine was like, okay, y'all can't, okay, your weapons have some dark side property to them, which has some kind of effect, but you know, obviously it doesn't make you a Sith. Like something like that. Like they get like a I don't know, like a blaster that has some kind of dark side property that makes it like effective against Jedi or something.
Like it's something that's like cheaply made, where it's like, you know, it's simple to just plug in because you're not in it for the philosophy. You're in it just for what's the most efficient tool for the job.
Yeah.
You know, if you have something like that, because the thing is, not only did it's like, you know, okay, you have them operating at, you know, like a capacity where it's like it creates a more efficient weapon, but also has a bit of a deficiency because they're not completely, you know, they haven't completely given over to like the philosophy that these items represent. So it's like, you know, you don't have like a plus minus kind of.
Okay, yeah, the mission was bugged
item
because it didn't give me the extraction point, but now it does.
Yeah, but you do have this, you know, it's like, it does add more depth to the character because it's like, you know, is this character going to react to, you know, why am I not getting the full, you know, the full reign of the power that this item is supposed to represent, or, you know, oh gosh, the thing is not doing what I want to it, so I just want to go back to the old ways of doing things. It's like, you know, there's a lot more that you can be done with that because they're not full-on Force users.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I think it would make sense in lore because the whole thing is like, oh, the Force affects things, so it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be Force sensitive for it to affect you. Yeah. So having something that...
But I will share, since we're on the subject, I will share what the number one thing of Star Wars lore done through Disney, which I just call mouse lore at this point. Here's the thing that pisses me off the most. Because, I mean, time and time again, we've seen people pick up Sith lightsabers, they light them up in the red.
Yeah.
Here's the issue. Have you looked into why...
Oh, you're talking about how the Sith be bleeding the crystal bullshit they added?
Yeah.
For no reason. Yeah, that to me makes no sense, because like, then that would mean that Anakin's lightsaber
once again, you know what pops into my head?
What?
Cut my life into pieces.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, the idea that you know, the Sith corrupt the lightsaber to make it red. If that was the original plan, I wouldn't have an issue with it. But it doesn't make sense with what we've seen.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's like, so if that's the case with the Sith users, how come they're still red when non-force sensitive people pick up your lightsaber?
Well, I think it's because it's almost, it's kind of like I guess it's like a brand where, you know, like even though the person who branded you is no longer around, like the brand is still there.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you do like some kind of surgery to remove it or something. I guess that's how it works. Because that's actually in like Ahsoka's lore, the reason why her lightsabers are white is because she took like two like Inquisitor lightsabers that had that corruption stuff put on them, and she got rid of that. Mm-hmm. So they turned white, I guess, because I guess they maybe couldn't turn back to their original color or whatever. It's still dumb, but at least to me it's still dumb. But it's like, okay, at least that's something.
I'm of the opinion that it's the Disney canon of the Sith and stuff is really awful, because the thing is, it essentially forces the Sith to be whiny little bitches instead of hardcore, you know, formidable Force users.
And like I said, like, okay, the idea, if that was how it was just originally, just right out of the gate, that the reason why the lightsabers were red was because they were like corrupted crystals, that's why having to use the dark side, would be fine.
Yeah.
XCOM math, 90% chance to hit equals 0, 1, 20% equals 4 out of 5. Yeah, basically. Sometimes I wish I had recorded it. I one time made a shot and it said I had 1% chance of making it. Not only did the character make the shot, they got a critical hit. At what percent? I have no fucking idea how.
And actually, dude, I do think that I'm gonna call it quits here.
Yeah, after I get through this mission, I am gonna call it.
Yeah, I'm getting a little tired, and also I do have to have stuff that I gotta get up for in the morning. So I think I'm gonna call it quits here. But hey, it was fun talking nerdy shit and other stuff with you and Slim.
Yeah,
I just hope that Slim's in a good mood later on.
Hope so too. One thing I might do instead of just doing gameplay streams, might just do like streams like with a topic like this or something every once in a while.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
I have to think of some topics, but I think we can just do random shit like we normally do anyway.
Oh yeah. Nothing wrong with just doing shooting the stream.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little bit of chaos. It works.
Oh yeah. Okay, but I'll call it here, and I hope that you and your watchers and everything have a good night.
Yeah, you have a good night too, man.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right, see you later. All right. I'm actually shocked we didn't get further into this. But like I said, I didn't realize the mission was bugged. Where red lightsaber was just made from synthetic crystals in the beginning. Yeah, that's the original lore, was that they were just synthetic crystals. And the synthetic ones always turned out red. I don't think there was any, if I remember correctly, there wasn't any like special property to having a well, originally, I think at one point the reason why the Sith used lightsabers was more so to mock the Jedi, so I think that's why they use the artificial ones. Like, them drawing a lightsaber on a Jedi was meant to sort of be like an insult to them. Like an insult to the Jedi kind of thing. If I remember correctly, so that's probably why they just don't even bother with the... There are actually some, in lore, there actually are some naturally occurring red crystals, and I do think those are considered pretty rare, and might be a little bit more powerful, but for the most part, Sith lightsabers were red because they were artificial. Which kind of feels like I doubt this was intentional. It kind of feels like, because like this thing with Tolkien said where like evil can only corrupt, it can't create kind of thing. I feel like that's kind of like nodding to that. Like I said, I don't know if George did that on purpose or not. It might be a unintentional thing. But I just thought that was cool. And like I said, if the whole idea that they make the crystal bleed thing, if that was established like at the beginning and it fit in the canon, it would be fine, but it doesn't. I'm glad this mission doesn't do the annoying thing that later missions will start doing, which is having a turn limit for you to get out of here. I know it was supposed to be blue, but Luke said it was green because it was introduced in a scene that had a blue background. Is that why it was? Is that why they made it green initially? That's kind of cool because I do know later on in the lore each color meant something different. Like I think blue was the most common. It was like the Jedi, like I think it was like the warrior types of Jedi had the blue lightsabers, but then the greens were it didn't stand out. That makes sense. That makes sense. I know there's like a lot of fitness stuff, not fitness, film stuff that does that, where they had to change the color or something. Not even film. One of my favorite characters as a kid, actually, Spyro had that. He was originally supposed to be green, but because he blended in with the background, they had to change the color, so they settled on purple, and they just ran with it, and it works. So color stuff can be interesting like that. Dude, you probably could have fallen back closer to the I don't even know why he bothered shooting them. That is something though that's interesting, color stuff like that. There is one effect, one thing, a funny mistake I found in I noticed in Return of the Jedi, the part where it's like right after Luke cuts off Vader's hand. If you notice the shadow, they forgot to edit out the shadow of the pole from the lightsaber stick, you know, the practical one they have on set. It's not like a big deal, I just thought it was funny. Yeah, I'll go with that one. That's a neat ability. Oh, she got... I didn't even remember she got hit. Okay. I think I'm just gonna make Salem a medic, because we don't really have one. Okay. We're gonna get you Blade Master, our sword deal 2+ damage. Yeah, I'll go with that one. Can cast shadow sounds, little like that can cast shadow sounds, a little precursor. Yeah, it doesn't. As far as I know, I think that's the only scene where I noticed it. I don't think it showed up anywhere else. Who knows? Maybe they edited it out and like later. I'm actually gonna make him Blade too. Maybe they edited it out and like later releases. I'm talking like the mid 2000s like special edition versions where they did that. It is like one of those little tiny funny mistakes you can see. Yeah, we have another soldier bond thing. Even though I don't even know how you two bonded, but whatever. I'm not gonna question it. We have these cringe as hell posters. Like this one. Like, what the fuck is this shit? I like how Boyega's just cut. Oh wait, that's actually kind of accurate to Disney. Boyega gets cut off. Or like minimizing the posters. That works too fucking well. That works too fucking well. I swear I didn't plan that at all. Okay. What kind of had this? Yeah, we're gonna have this person we have here just start excavating that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end the, wrap up the stream here because I'm starting to get a little bit tired. But this was Star Wars, which had a George Lucas edit that nobody knew about until they put it on his service. Oh, did they? Huh. That kind of reminds me. I was watching Mimic, the Guillermo del Toro movie recently, and HBO Max. I think they actually have like the. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's really called the Guillermo del Toro edit, but it's like the version of the film that he's more happy with, because I know the studio apparently meddled with it a lot and forced him to cut a bunch of stuff out. But I do know they have. I think HBO Max has that version too. I haven't looked at that version. I'm probably going to at some point. Just because, you know, might as well. I'm seeing the theatrical cut, might as well see the other cut too. But that's not enough to make me want to actually get Disney Plus, and just be brutally honest. Oh, I forgot about this cutscene. We have the 3 dickheads that are going to be screwing with operations for a while until I can kill them all. Just look up the scene. Oh, it's a specific scene? Which scene is that? McClucky. McClucky. Alright, I'll look it up after this stream. Okay, I won't lie. I love this trope of like lackeys of like the main villain that all hate each other and in any circumstance would be ready to kill each other. I love that trope. Part of me kind of wishes they didn't speak English, or at least like not like amongst themselves like this. But I think the Chosen were actually human before they became whatever the fuck they are now. I think. George added a brief scene where Greedo says McCluckney, and it wasn't released until Disney dumped it. Why would he say McClunkey? What is that? McClunky? What does that even mean? Is it supposed to be like an alien swear word or something? Just wondered why that name. Yeah, we gotta deal with her at some point. She's gonna start showing up in normal missions, and it's going to be dealing with her is always a pain, just cause you gotta go find her. I don't know, the man isn't right. It was apparently so important to add that decades after the film came out. I just want to know the thought process behind it. Because at least the whole debate of, like, okay, who shot first things, like, I can kind of see the reason why George would be like, I'm going to name this stream save. Because I can understand why George would have changed the, like, because it didn't match the characterization he had in mind or something like that. That I can get, but that to me just seems really strange, and I don't get it. But I'm gonna end the stream here. Like I said, I thought we were gonna get further than this, but I did not expect the game to just brick like that. That's wild. I might not. I don't know if I'm gonna play this again next week. I might switch games. I might like do this like every other week or something. We'll see, because XCOM 2 is really freaking long. So it might not be best to just do the same game over and over like that. But we'll see. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna make for next video, and that's most of the reason why there wasn't one this week, because I just didn't fucking know what to do. So I have to figure something out with that. But thanks for coming out, everybody. Thanks for everybody in chat. I know Salem and Slim are probably asleep, but if they end up watching the VOD, thanks for coming on here. This was fun, and I'll see you guys later. On to our first God, George Lucas. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? Alright, I'm out of here.